Welcome back, everyone, to a special Halloween episode of Tabletop Notch.
Wow.
This is my costume. Enjoy it now because it's going off in like 30 seconds. I am a battle match. There's minis on it too. I don't know if they really show
If they
up.
read.
Oh,
I see them now.
Yes.
Oh, good.
They're there.
There we go.
I promise.
There.
Should we like use a laser pointer and say what we do?
Yeah. And here's
Don't get me
Graven walking on the thing. Don't put it in my eye.
I'm dying. I can see it now, I think.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. If you're joining us for Chapter 75 of A Peek Beneath the Veil, 3/4 of the way to 100, which is, I don't know, seems significant. And we will be jumping back in where we left off last time. Nighttime in Navikapura. A little bit of fun on one end and a little bit of mystery on the other, as Graven has embroiled himself in the serial killer, perhaps, in Wamparani. But before we jump in, does anyone have any things they want to say? Shoutouts?
In fact, they have to
I still can't see John over there.
I don't have any announcements.
Well, sorry to say that I do. Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween.
Hey!
Get your pumpkin Reese's out and your Sour Patch Kids and enjoy the show.
You say Reese's?
Oh, God.
This is it.
Let's save this fight for a different
Moving
time.
on. Can't even get through the beginning. It's also Parents Appreciation Day. And we know we have our parents watching the show, so we appreciate you.
Some of them.
Also, Blowing Kisses Day.
Oh.
Who knew?
You can blow a kiss.
Thank you so much. There you go. And it is always a mind-boggling day on Halloween. It's also a mind-boggling day.
Mine looks like
Literally,
it's
I'm
boggling.
that.
Yeah, boggling away.
Boogling and boggling.
And you know me. I'm always a little boggled when it comes to some things.
Always be boggled.
Always be boggled. And that's it.
Great, fantastic. Did you want a podcast?
Podcast is available wherever you get your podcast. We've expanded to a few other things, so wherever you get your podcast, you can listen to us starting every Tuesday.
Wherever you cast your pods.
So all those like visual jokes that were just made in the first
Yes.
minute and a half here.
Nice shirt.
Why did you look at me when you did that? But thank you.
All right, everybody, we're going to throw it over to the intro, and when we come back, we will dive into Chapter 75 of A Peek Beneath the Veil.
Yeah.
Roll that intro.
Peek it.
I can't find it. There it is.
It's too on the nose.
Missed opportunity.
Well, yeah, on the nose is terrible. Sorry.
In Chapter 74, in rare form, Celis led Orba into another wing of his laboratory as he explained the significance of being one of Salandriel's chosen students. In a world where gods consistently vie for power on the material plane, so-called Reapers are chosen by the dead to maintain the balance between mortals and the divine. But Reapers are currently being hunted before they can perform their duties, and every day the scales tip a little further. Hoping to shield the vulnerable Reapers while they're still young, Salandriel sends them to her brother Cliff for protection, but it's Celis's responsibility to see if the chosen few have what it really takes. It was an ominous tale that preceded Celis's disappearance and the summoning of a great undead warrior that wasted no time in attacking Orba. Partially depleted from this morning's skirmish in the Steederway, Orba was working with limited magical resources, and with no backup in sight, it took only a pair of mighty slashing blows to drop her into unconsciousness.
Rude.
With life fading from her eyes, our wizard wondered whether it was not meant to be, until a familiar voice whispered in her ear and willed her back from the brink. The spirit child that offered guidance at the New Kelkian church had appeared to imbue her with powers from beyond the grave, materializing a necrotic war scythe that Orba used to rip the essence from her skeletal opponent. When the beast was slain, it was clear that she possessed the Reaper's gift, and Celis returned to walk her through what to expect in the coming days, while apologizing for the brutal manner in which the students had been tested. While Orba was reinventing herself outside of town, Graven and Beezaura headed over to Cleaver Herbs and Spices to ask a favor of the half-orc Graven had bested earlier. But an old friend of Beezaura's interrupted their walk and asked for a moment to catch up at his coastal residence. Mohan Fowler, who had abetted in Beezaura's escape from Leopold's garrison back when she was posing as Gentle Void, was thrilled to find her alive and well, and the two of them exchanged tales in a rare, refreshing opportunity to be open and honest without worrying about who that information might get around to. Not too far away, Graven was sort of making a friend of his own as he convinced Wilson Cleaver to let his private investigator out of his retainer so he could devote some time to locating the enigmatic pockets. It was going to take a little bit of public humiliation, but it would hopefully be worth it, a notion that Graven clung to as he also paid a visit to the Militia Reserve, where Thorsten Ramaker was desperately trying to connect a series of murders that had occurred over the past 10 days. While Erland and Safira waited for Orba to return at the Upa Alehouse, they stopped briefly at Boffin Estates, and though the maze was closed for the night, one of the attendants offered to conspire to win the prize by giving us an advanced tour of the hedges. Still debating whether we wanted to involve this property in the suspected forthcoming ambush, we agreed, because at worst it seemed like a quick way to make a little bit of gold. The reunion finally came just past midnight, and Orba seemed to be in a celebrating mood despite an unusual pulsing coloration in her eyes. Not wanting to get into the details just yet, we turned our attention to a heated conversation between Niels Bogus and a man we didn't recognize. And with a clever bit of distraction, Safira was able to swipe a note that Niels left behind. The note seemed to further incriminate him in the slaughter at the Mycrawl Den and the mutant that was loose, and as we digested this concerning bit of news, we asked ourselves, after speaking with Celis, what would Cliff have in mind for cultivating Orba's skills as a Reaper? How quickly would Villapont Willoughby be able to produce results after Graven had spent some time playing detective in Wamparani Na? And why Grimari stink? Why he's so stinky? We find out now in Chapter 75 of A Peek Beneath the Veil.
Why though?
We're still feuding.
Why is he so stinky? Why?
After giving some thought to Niels Bogus's letter, and with the wizard still processing the events of the night that had transpired, a small group of friendly patrons has offered to include Orba, Erland, and Safira in a round of Monsters in the Middle, a popular tavern guessing game that seemed like the perfect opportunity to relax with a bit of fun and get some mental distance between you and the more weighty topics that have been at hand, things that surely would be addressed tomorrow and in the coming days. You join the patrons at a table where a large woven basket contains a number of folded bits of parchment, and the man that solicited you to play takes a hearty swig of his ale before grabbing the basket and giving it a good shake to mix up the papers as he explains the rules. Let's start easy, and we'll play for coppers first. Everybody picks a parchment, and you hold it up to your forehead so everyone can see it but you. And then we go around in the circle, and you ask yes or no questions until you figure out what you are. And for each question you ask, you gotta throw a copper in the middle. And when you guess right, you get the pot. Your play continues until a second person guesses their monster, at which point the first and second winners split the pot. So if you guess first, you get the first pot and half of the second pot. Good to go first. And after two people have guessed, we start over. How does that sound?
Sounds
Yeah, okay.
Fun, yeah.
If you don't mind, I'm going to include a couple of my friends here. You can introduce yourselves if you like.
Good evening. I'm Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hope you got a lot of money.
Okay.
Diego, I forgot to say. It's my name. Diego.
Nice to meet you.
And,
Yelena's the name.
Yelena. Yelena, Andrew, and Diego. And you are?
Erland.
Safira.
All right. Just got a couple of players here, so what do you say we start around and see how it goes, eh?
Yeah.
He sort of
do?
takes the basket,
Okay.
gives it a good shake, so they all kind of mix around. So
We're still like drinking our thing of wine over
yeah,
there.
you guys have your wine and come for a game. So the way it works, again, to sort of explain, if anyone's seen Inglourious Bastards, it may look suspiciously familiar, or maybe you've just played it before. There's monsters written on the cards, and you pick one, and then we have these little headbands that allow us to hold them on our head without being able to see what they are. And then after you put it on your head, you go around and you try and figure out what the monster is on your head. So I'm going to take one. Is this upside down?
You're great.
Nope.
Oh, I also need to hide these.
Yes.
There we go. So
Yeah,
this is
if
great.
you have it on your phone.
Yeah.
We won't be able to see the stream for a little bit, so
Yep,
if
so
anything
we can't
happens,
cheat.
please
Yeah.
message us in the chat.
Okay, so
Alright.
take a card.
Okay.
Yelena.
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 That's up. Yep, right. You got the right one. Good.
Already
right
all
side up?
nervous.
You got it right. Yep.
That's mine.
Yours is good.
That's good.
Am I way down?
Upside down.
Oh my
Yours is
God.
upside down.
Upside down.
There you go.
Upside down.
There you go.
I'm never going to.
Excellent.
Alright, I hope these are visible to
Okay,
folks watching.
okay.
If not,
Yep.
please say it in
They're
the chat.
pretty big.
They are
so
pretty big.
I hope you can see them.
Okay.
We'll let the
Ooh.
new players start first. Like I said, every time you ask a question, throw a copper in. So keep track of how much copper
Oh,
you're
okay,
throwing into
right.
the pot. I'll keep track of how much total is in the pot. Yeah, you guys obviously are betting with fake money.
Big money.
Oh.
But we should know. You should know
Yeah,
how much
yeah.
we put in.
Yeah. Why don't we start with you there?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I a flightless creature?
Flightless.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are flightless.
Yeah.
Yes.
Flightless, no flying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Orba tosses a copper in.
Do I have scales?
No.
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 No scales. Okay.
Am I a humanoid?
No. Am I an undead creature?
No.
Okay.
Do I have feathers?
No.
Can I fly?
No.
No.
Well,
Am
sad.
how do I word this one? Am I fun colors or like? No, wait. Yes or no questions. I'm sorry.
You're not fun colors.
I'm not fun
No,
colors.
not brightly or funly colored.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Am I quite a large beast, or am I small?
Large compared to what?
Compared to like a person?
No.
No.
You are. Yeah.
Person-sized beast?
Comparable.
Yeah, comparable. That's what-
Comparable, yeah.
Wait, these are supposed to be yes or no responses.
Well,
Oh,
sometimes
shite.
you go.
Shit, goody two shoes.
That's
over
why I
there.
never
Put
said
two
compared to
copper
one.
in there.
Right, well.
Am I something? A common creature in Antisuyu?
No.
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 All right.
Am I a hybrid beast? Like multiple things put together? No. Not a mixed beast? No. Alright. Bugger.
Do I stand on 2 feet?
No.
No. Would I be eaten? Would you eat me?
You can.
you
It's
could-
not common to eat you.
I don't-
Not my favorite food.
Because I'm right.
Yeah. It's not a common meal, no.
All right.
Am I nice?
Not typically,
No.
no.
Okay.
No. Do I have legs?
Yeah,
I do.
you do. Like, Yeah, I mean, yeah.
What?
No, you definitely do.
I definitely
I couldn't
do.
tell
There's
if you
something
meant
wrong
like.
if
No,
you
I couldn't
didn't.
tell if. Yeah, you do. Of course, yeah, duh.
Okay, right.
Do I have 4 legs?
No.
No.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Alright, do I have sort of a human shape,
No.
generally? No?
No.
Do I live in the water?
No.
No.
Am I hunted?
Yeah. I mean, yes.
Yeah.
But not for meat. That's 2 questions.
Another copper.
2 call, put in 2.
I'm having trouble keeping. Some people have thrown in 2. Alright, sure.
Am I strong?
Yes.
Yes.
Am I a water creature? Or
No,
land?
certainly not. No.
I have no idea what my first question was. Alright.
I don't fucking remember.
Alright.
I like playing with him.
Am I able to fly?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright.
Oh, yeah.
Am I an elemental creature?
No.
No.
That's a good question.
Shit.
Am I a little bugger?
No.
No.
You're a bigger bugger than a little bugger, yeah.
Do I stand on 4 legs?
Yes.
Yes.
4 legs?
Am I a hybrid of 2 things?
Yes,
Yes.
you are.
Do I have 4 legs?
Yes. Sometimes is what we'll say.
Oh! Yes or no? Yes or no?
Well, the answer's sometimes.
Alright.
It's a yes or no question. I just didn't give a yes or no answer.
Sometimes have legs. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Am I a dragon?
Sometimes.
No.
4 legs.
Alright.
Do I can I speak any languages at all?
No.
No.
Do I make an interesting noise?
No.
No. No. Fairly common noises.
Can I be ridden?
No. You could be
By a small thing, maybe.
Oh, small rock.
Not known for being ridden, but it's possible, I suppose.
Small rock.
golly.
Am I an owl bear?
No, you are.
No.
Took off.
That's not how that works.
Oh,
Question?
right, yeah.
Am I a hybrid of 2 creatures?
No.
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 Good.
No.
Not that hybrid.
No, no hybrid.
What is it? Oh my
But yours is a little. It's
Right,
interesting.
okay.
Do I have 2 legs? Am I like bipedal?
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely 2 legs.
Yeah, you got 2 legs, yeah. Do I have scales?
No.
Well, shit. Alright.
Could I be a pet?
Yeah.
You're not typically kept as a pet. Theoretically, I suppose, but you're not typically a pet, no.
I have no idea.
Do I have a distinct call?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, those eyes.
Yeah, you do.
Am I a centaur?
No.
No.
Do I have fur?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Am I a vampire?
No.
Damn it.
Vampires don't have wings, you idiot.
I asked if they could fly. It was, can I fly? I didn't
Oh,
say,
I thought
can I
you
have
said
wings? I said, can I fly?
I thought he said wings.
Vampires can fly.
Yeah. If they turn into a bat.
Sometimes,
they
yeah,
can fly.
sometimes. Yeah.
So, goodness.
Not no bleeding vampire, idiot.
Am I shit, I don't remember if I asked this. Am I a sea creature?
No.
Oh shit.
No.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Am I a dog?
Kind of.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in the canine family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know what that means.
Sure you do. Come on, Andrew.
Am I used like in a domestic work environment?
No,
No.
definitely not. I don't want to work there.
No.
Can I be domesticated?
No.
No. One with 2 legs.
I wouldn't want to live there.
No. Wouldn't want to work there. Wouldn't want to live there.
Alright.
What creatures have 2 legs?
What creatures have wings? Lots of fucking creatures, you fucking...
I guess 2.
2 copper.
No.
Do I- am
Two
I-
copper. Cough it
Am
up.
I? Could I be carried by an average person?
Yeah, like
With 2 hands.
Heavy.
All right, heavy. All right, okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Really what?
They're that size?
I mean, it would be.
Make any motions like
I
that.
did this.
She's carrying.
I'm
Oh.
carrying.
Okay.
It would be a big carry,
It would be a
but
big
possible.
possible, all right.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe a baby
Am I considered an evil creature?
No.
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 Shit. This is a big pot. One of the biggest pots we've
It's a big pot.
We've had some people get mighty close.
Am I a creature that hunts things?
No.
You're not known for
Not
hunting
famously,
things, no.
So I'm weak.
It's a bit of a leap there. What's her name again?
So I'm a little
Yelena.
Yelena. It's a bit of a leap, Yelena.
My wolf.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm a wolf and a flippin' dog, and I'm not...
I said you're in the canine family.
Wait, so the answer is yes, so I win.
Well,
No.
you are a kind of wolf.
What? You know.
Do I have dexterous hands, like fingers?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Do I have magic?
Don't have magic now.
No. No, it's not magic.
Fuck.
Certainly can't cast spells or anything if that's what you're thinking.
Okay.
Am I?
Oh my god.
Am I considered an evil creature?
No.
No.
Damn it!
Am I? Can I use items like with fingers?
No.
Can't use items. Shit.
Am I a spiritual creature?
Associated with spirituality? Yeah.
I would say so.
Yeah. You don't go praying at the local church if that's what you mean.
It's not what I meant.
Oh.
I am a wolf. What else am I?
I feel like you're right there, Andrew.
Yeah.
Am I a wolf bear?
No.
No.
Wait,
Too late.
oh shit! I don't. What the fuck is? Okay.
Do I have a tail?
Yes.
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 Do I have a beak?
No.
No.
Right.
I thought you were right close and you've just gone off the trail.
Yeah.
See, his is a hard one.
Oh, good. Am I found at sea?
No.
Shit! Diego.
I didn't write that one. That was Andrew.
Andrew.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
What is happening?
Am I very large? Larger than a horse?
No.
Do I speak a weird language?
No.
Do I speak at all?
No.
Hell.
That's a weird name.
Yeah, like, you mean like some old draconic or something? I don't know.
Gibberish,
Yeah.
gobbledygook, yeah. Goblin.
Am I a minotaur?
We
Wow.
39 gold to the woman.
Oh, copper.
Copper, sorry. Why? 39
That was
gold.
very
All right,
mean.
Diego.
That was super mean.
I'm a
I
little
got 39
drunk.
copper.
Alright.
39 gold.
So we keep going for the second
We
one?
can go for the second if people, unless people feel like they're way off, and then we'll just do a new batch.
I'm dying to know. You,
Can I take my
Everyone gets one guess if you've got one.
Ooh.
Go.
Alright.
oh, fuck.
Can we get a
Have
clue?
guess.
Yeah, you get one clue and one guess.
Werewolf.
Hey!
Oh!
Well done!
Am I also a goddamn werewolf?
No!
Went from has a beak to
You're
werewolf.
a type of
No, 'cause I was
wolf,
thinking
mythical big fucking wolf. They bite things.
Dire
There
wolf?
you go.
Oh,
Or you're mystical. Yeah, sort of.
A unicorn!
You're a unicorn. That's right. Okay, your wings. You're a very bird, mythical
I
bird.
figured this out, yes.
Erland, when you start over at something and you rise.
Oh, I'm a phoenix.
You're a phoenix.
Yes.
Well done. All right. What the fuck am I?
Oh,
The pesky little air creatures that sort of make that sound.
Fucking axe beat.
yeah.
Well done.
I'm
well
so
done.
happy I got you.
We'll each throw in because there was nothing in the pot. She got it right away. 1 copper each to Safira there.
Wait, what am I doing?
So you get 5 copper because you
5
guessed it
copper,
correct,
okay.
but there wasn't anything else in the pot.
so
So.
I give you a copper. Right? Good job, Safira.
All right, one more round here, eh?
I was like, what? 2 legs some of the time?
Yeah,
Or like
it's
some
too-
of the time?
I thought you'd get it.
It wasn't
right
until
after
the
that.
very
You
end
were
that I
like,
was like,
do I have
oh.
magic? And we were like,
Have I got this up the right way?
Nope.
there you go.
Oh.
There was a second where you said, I thought you thought
Yes.
it was either
I
4
thought it
legs
was
or
an
no
axe
legs.
beak for a second, and then I was like, oh
There you
wait,
go.
no, it's 4
Excuse
like
me,
some
Diego.
of the time.
Other way?
Thank
And
you.
then I
Yeah,
got
other way. Shit.
Oh, I don't have my
Other way, both of you. Yep, there we go.
I'm never gonna get it right.
Oh.
Alright, alright.
Oh, God.
All signs are
Is it
saying that
right?
I'm not gonna get it.
Oh, what is that? It's not
I
so
laughed.
Oh right.
Fishy
Okay.
laugh.
I didn't mean to, but it's funny.
All right.
All right.
We'll start to the left of the one who got it right the second time, which starts with you, sir.
Alright, am I larger than a human?
Yes.
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 I'll start with the same I did last time. Am I undead?
Yes.
Oh, goodness.
Am I? Oh, yeah. I'm not good.
Excuse me.
Throw a copper in.
Just to me. Do I live on the land?
You do?
Yes.
Yeah. Walk on 4 legs?
You do? Yes.
Alright.
Do I walk on 4 legs?
Yes.
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 Uh-huh.
Can I fly?
No.
That'd be pretty cool, though.
Do I walk on 2 legs?
No.
No.
Trying to be different, are you?
Am I physical? Like if I put my hand, I couldn't put it through you. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Not like
Yes.
a goat. Can
You
I
are
reach
you
out
are
and touch?
physical.
I'm
Yeah.
physical.
Yeah.
All right.
You're physical.
Physical.
That's not canon.
Sorry.
John doesn't live here.
I stand on 2 legs?
No.
No.
Oh, 4.
That was more of a statement, you know. I stand on 2 legs. 2 eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 eyes. Yeah.
Am I fuzzy?
No.
No.
Not fuzzy.
No fuzz.
No.
Do I have 4 legs?
Yes.
Wait, what?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait. Do I have 4 legs?
Yes, I didn't know that one as well as I thought I did.
Yes, me as well.
Yes.
Almost positive.
Thought.
Yes.
Oh,
We might be
okay.
mixing it up with a different story world.
Yeah. I
Yes.
think you're right.
Okay.
That shall not
A
be
different.
named.
I say yes, but if that doesn't help you, don't read into it too much. Also.
All right.
Great, okay.
Maybe not.
Great.
Forget that question.
Am I able to fly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Game.
Yeah, not gonna help you.
You're a small phoenix. Real small one. Am I? Do I typically hold weapons, or do I just fight with what I got?
You could.
But not typically.
No, not
No.
We've seen our fair share. No?
Typically, yes. I would say
Typically?
yes.
Yeah, sure.
Am I mean?
Not known for being mean. No.
A nice four-legged land
Can I fly?
No.
Stupid.
Am I reptilian?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Do I live on land?
Yes.
Yes. Do I Am I typically found at sea?
No.
No.
Do I wear clothes?
No.
No.
I guess you could.
But not normally.
Am I a mammal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I had a good question.
Andrew's lost it.
Do I fucking... What was it? Oh my god. Do I...
Don't stress yourself out over
Oh,
there.
am I equine?
No.
That's a
Come
bad
on,
question.
you
That's a
said.
good question. Do I have sharp teeth?
Yes.
I mean, it also to clarify, like, no, but
Kind of.
like
A bit
Kind
equine?
of.
Like a bit.
Yes,
Bit
a
equine.
bit.
I guess a bit.
A
Yeah.
bit.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
talking about him, not
Yeah,
my question.
sorry.
I was gonna say, I'm like,
I mean-
she has teeth.
Yeah.
What is your question?
Yeah. I mean, you are
Sharp
there.
Do you have teeth? Yes.
Sharp teeth.
Oh yes,
Sharp
yes,
teeth,
yes, sharp
yes.
teeth, yes.
Am I a magical beast?
You've got some magic-like abilities, yeah.
Am I
Certainly, yeah.
am I typically a threat to humans?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
Very threatening.
Am I a zombie?
No.
No.
Thought you had it.
Am I out in the wild?
Yes.
Yes.
Not typically domestic, no.
Am I bigger than a regular horse?
You're about the same size as a regular horse.
Regular horse size.
That's a good one.
Am I a dragon?
Look at
hell.
her go! 2 for 2.
Wow.
26 copper for
Oh my
you.
goodness, 26?
Yes. Well done. Wow. Keep going
Shall we
around
keep
a little
going?
bit.
Yeah, here we
Oh,
go.
okay. Magical. I have 4 legs. Live on land. Am I a hybrid of any kind, or am I?
No,
Nope.
not hybrid. No.
All right. Am I
Yeah, you sort of like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
a bit like that.
all right? Am I something that Am I something that a
question.
seasoned adventurer would have difficulty slaying?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
All right, now what's going on
Yeah,
here?
there's some telling there.
All right, here was my other one. I'm mad I didn't guess it if it's right. Am I a skeleton?
Yes.
I guess the zombie first.
You did like a big dummy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna be it. Shit. All right.
That's it, isn't it?
Yes. You're also horsey again, twice in a row. You had a little bit of horse, but a different mythical horse.
I was gonna say donkey.
No, yeah, you got wings.
Oh. A.
Mythical wing horse? Ring any bells? Hard to give more of a clue than that.
I can't think of the name.
Starts with a P.
Pegasus.
Nice.
Good job.
Draft horse.
No.
No. I guess
That would have been very equine. Again, you're a bit equine, not fully equine.
Am I... Do you ride me?
You can, they wouldn't like
They
it.
probably wouldn't.
They're not keen.
Donkey?
No.
Donkey would ride.
A donkey is fully equine.
And also, they wouldn't give a shit.
Magical?
Yeah, see, both you and you needed the am I a hybrid question.
Yeah.
I think I know what
Centaur!
Yeah, centaur. And
Am I a chimera?
you are a chimera, well done. See, you had the hard one in this
What
round,
the
I
fuck
think.
am I?
See, we had a debate because in the D&D lore, I believe they have
Okay.
legs. They're a little more lizard looking.
We fought one.
Yes, but some
Yeah,
people think of
sorry.
them as snake looking
yeah.
as opposed to
There's
lizard.
snake.
With
It's like a basilisk?
Yes.
Oh, it's a legless lizard.
Well, evidently it has lots of
I
legs.
think I
In
need to
D&D,
get
it
D&D
does
does.
have legs.
I know.
It's because they're usually depicted with eyelids.
This is a sign.
What we think? One more? Try and get off the winning streak?
Yeah.
Equine, it was super fucking equine.
Well, again, it's part equine.
The bottom.
Pour me another tiefling, pour me another.
If you went up to a centaur and said, "Hey, you horse boy," you get real mad.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Horse boy.
Is this the right way?
Nope.
I took from the bottom of the back. Yes, no.
Other way.
Way. Oh, good.
Yours is funny.
Okay, yep, you got it right.
Tonk.
Yep.
I
One
keep
to go.
not
The
having
one
this
not
on my head.
chosen one was Mummy. No one got that one.
Ooh.
All right.
No.
Nope, away.
She gonna laugh at me.
You're
again.
good, yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll start once again to the left of the person who got it second, which was me. Go on, start us off.
Do I swim?
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Goodness.
Can I speak?
No.
No.
Am I fuzzy?
No.
No.
Never fuzzy.
Sorry.
Am I reptilian?
No.
Am I larger than a human?
No.
No.
Oh my gosh, this is funny, guys.
Can I fly?
No.
No.
Start with that, no.
Am I large?
No. I wouldn't say.
Again, we've been using sort of human as a base,
Right,
and
right.
compared to that, no, not one.
Water-based?
No.
Shit.
No.
Quadruped.
No.
No.
Two-legged, not fuzzy.
Am I humanoid?
Sort of. Yeah. Not considered a humanoid, but not
would say don't make
drastically
assumptions,
different
yeah.
in shape.
That's tough. You keep asking really hard questions.
You made... She just made an
I
assumption.
thought that
she
would
shouldn't
narrow
have.
it down.
You made an assumption you
I
shouldn't
said
have.
this stuff.
No, about yours.
I said. Oh. Oh.
Oh, well, all right then.
All right.
All right, you're
I'm
upset.
smaller than a human. So am I commonly found in Antisuyu?
No.
No, not common. They
Yes,
exist,
but not like around, not common.
No.
not common. No, I would say not
Not
common.
common.
No.
Am I a hybrid creature?
No.
Thinking real hard there.
Want to win. And am I nice in the sea?
You're usually nice. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, yeah, you're not considered an evil or or not
I've
nice.
Never met
yeah.
a shitty one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've met one at all.
Shitty one.
Am I undead?
No.
Am I a reptilian?
No, you're not. No.
Am I a terrestrial creature?
Yes, typically, yes.
Typically.
What does terrestrial mean?
Like on the
On the
land.
land,
Oh,
on the
okay.
earth, yeah.
Yeah.
Am I typically found above ground?
Yeah.
Or like, am I typically found
Not-
underground in caves?
Not to the cave.
I'd say a mix.
Yeah.
I'd say well, see, the question now is worded in a particular way.
Right.
You are typically found by others, not in a cave. See?
Ooh.
See what I mean?
Okay.
That's
But it doesn't mean
That you don't
you're
spend
not
a
there
lot of time
sometimes.
there. Yeah.
Sometimes you might be in the
Yeah,
cave.
sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
But when other people find you, it's
All
usually
right,
not
all
the
right.
case. I'm trying to answer the question. All right. Am I considered a ferocious creature?
I wouldn't want to
wouldn't
run
say.
into you, but you're
Not
But
ferocious.
Not ferocious.
Not ferocious.
All right. Not chimera kind of like ferocious.
No.
Come on, Yelena.
Hey. Am I magical?
No, not typically.
You know, wield magic.
No, you don't cast spells.
Sounds pretty average.
All right.
2 legs?
No.
Can I fly?
No.
no.
I have no idea what I am.
Got a bit of a tricky one.
Yeah.
You two both a little tricky.
Am I? Am I magical?
Yeah, you're the product of magic.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Products
good.
of magic.
That's real good.
So you are in that way. Again, you don't wield magic.
Okay.
Oh.
Am I Myconid?
No.
Why do you guess
I
that?
don't know. So I'm not gonna
Because they're typically found in caves. And
all right, Mr. Defensive.
Yeah, okay. This looks a little loopy if you ask me.
Do I have claws?
No.
No.
I guess he could.
I mean,
Claws,
no,
like-
not claws.
No.
No.
Scratchy claws?
No.
Alright.
Am I undead?
No.
No.
Not a lot of water undead.
I don't know.
Can I fly?
No.
Am I elemental?
No.
No.
Shit.
Am I undead?
No.
No.
Am I magical?
Yeah.
Again, magical.
Do I have magical powers?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Am I? Can I speak any language at all?
No.
No.
Do I make an interesting noise?
No.
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 Do I do any?
You swim in the ocean, like you found out earlier.
What was his question last time? Would I be difficult to fight?
You're a tough fight, yeah. For an average man, yeah, you're a
Okay.
tough fight, sure.
Am I gooey?
No.
No.
What were you thinking?
I was
Gooey
thinking.
creatures do you want?
I was thinking I
snail?
could be a gelatinous cube.
Oh.
All right.
Run into a lot of
Yeah.
gelatinous cubes.
Read about them.
Can I fly?
Yes.
Am I a genie?
No.
Good guess though.
Not a bad guess. Not a bad guess. Am I bipedal?
Yes.
Alright.
Am I some sort of fish?
Some
Little
sort of fish.
insect.
Some
Yes.
sort of fish.
You
Some
are.
way you are
some
a fish.
sort of fish.
Mm-hmm.
If someone was like, "Oh, what's that?" Someone might say, "Hey, it's some sort of fish."
You might be offended by that, but
Yeah, one might say that.
Am I a hybrid?
Yes.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Hurry up! I want my turn back.
Oh my goodness, relax. Do I speak?
No.
Like common? No.
No.
Oh, if I'm some sort of a flying orb.
No.
You are not a flying orb.
Gelatinous cube.
Hey, that one's real.
She's about to get it. I can feel it.
Yeah,
So
and
I feel
I
like
think I'm
need
about to
guess.
get mine too.
I know. I feel like I need to guess now. It's
Don't.
alright. I'm a magical. I'm not. What?
I'm just looking at you.
I'm a magical. I'm in caves, but not seen by people in caves.
Right.
Am I a Minotaur already happened. Am I yes. Could I perhaps be a
You're stalling,
Could I
mate.
perhaps? I am absolutely stalling. Could I perhaps be no, here it is. Here it is.
We got
It's
a
coming.
timer.
All right.
It's coming right now. Here it comes.
Yep, one,
In
two,
3. Yep, here it is.
three.
And the words: I am the creature of a Ganassi. I guess genie. I know. I panicked. Tiefling, I panicked.
He obviously didn't have a better
I had
idea.
nothing.
I feel like I should have asked this earlier. Am I undead?
Yeah.
Shit, she's not. I think
I'll give you a
I'm
silver if you let me go first.
Shit. Am I a mermaid?
Am I an owl bear?
You are.
Oh, you.
Am I a zombie?
Yes.
Shit.
I love the ones that
No
die.
idea. I'm a product
all right.
of magic.
Did you
Yours is-
ask if you're a sea creature?
No.
Because that's, I feel, the most important
Oh
thing.
no.
Bane of a lot
Very
of sailors.
famous sea creature.
Oh, my siren?
No, bigger, much
Big.
bigger.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not Cthulhu. I'm
No, you're a threat to boats, so.
oh,
Yes.
yeah, Kraken.
Yes.
Release her.
Oh, I would never have guessed it.
I'm a product
You
of magic.
Yeah,
Are
so
quite ugly.
you are.
Stone-based often.
Yes.
Am I some kind of an elemental?
Yes, that would have
Yes.
helped if you'd asked if you were elemental.
Ugly fucker.
Guardians of crypts and things.
Or near church.
Oh, I'm a gargoyle.
Yes, very good.
Very hard. Very hard.
It's one of my
Yes,
favorite
that's a
words. God.
What magical cave-dwelling creature that fucking...
It's not cave
Did you
dwelling.
ask
No
if you
one's
were
a cave
undead?
dwelling.
I did not ask.
Because that's a good
I have
one.
a good hint.
Dead.
Okay, so people might find you in caves or see you in caves, but you never see you.
Vampire?
Yeah!
Oh,
shit.
yes, very nice.
I guessed that in the first one.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
And you fucking.
I know. I guess zombie the other
Yeah,
round.
like
and
2
then
rounds
I
ago.
didn't think I'd get undead both times.
All these
What
are
was the
so-
pot on that last one?
Yeah, part 1, 5, 10, 15,
Good.
20,
Like, I would have never.
36
anything
copper
else.
there.
Whoa, 36 copper.
No, I think the
Oh.
first one was the biggest hole
Do I
there.
really get it?
You don't need 36 copper.
You get to take their money. That's the reward you get.
Yeah.
Good game, all very well done. So he sort of like holds up his ale and
Wow.
sort of lets everybody clink and sort of everybody's laughing.
Cheers.
having
I
a
would
good
love
time.
to
Cheers,
be any
nice
one
to-
of these creatures.
Good game, cheers.
Well, I wish
Like,
I
they
could
are
have earned
so
more money,
appropriate.
but I did a little bit of money.
Well, you actually.
I believe in
well,
destiny.
didn't you?
I almost got this out of our house.
What?
I'm the only one that still has my
No, you
thing on my
didn't.
head.
So
We're still very much at
the
that.
three of us sort of wander off, go to the bar to grab another drink. So you guys sort of have a moment here in the evening. You guys
Right.
wrapping up for the
After a
evening.
while.
It's very dark at this point. Even some people, it's late enough that some people have started leaving the Ube Ale House. Like it's not in its prime hours anymore.
Okay.
So you guys have a peaceful moment here in the night after a rousing game of Monster.
Can you also just minimize
Yes,
that
I
for
can.
me?
Allow us to see ourselves.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, there we are.
I can't see.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Gambling is fun.
She wiped the floor with us.
That was alright, that was alright.
Oh, don't be a sore loser.
Look, can you just pour some more wine, perhaps?
Oh, now you want more wine?
Yes, alright.
No.
Time just celebrate and then sleep, I suppose.
Yes, I could use some food. Do they have food here?
I imagine, but are the
You know that they do. You got
closed?
oysters earlier.
Oh, that's
Remember?
right. Yeah, I guess we'll
There's
just
still
have
again. It's not like you're the last people here. It's just people are slowly started trickling out. It's the late sort of hours here. But yeah, you can go up to the bar. Satiria's still there at the bar.
Hello.
Hi. Did you have fun over there? I saw you playing a little monster in the middle. One of my favorites.
Yeah, I won twice.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Get you something with your winnings, perhaps.
Oh, my winnings. I thought you said wings.
That's
Like,
nice.
that actually sounds really good. We were hoping to get some food.
Sure. Like I said, there was the oysters that you had before, but we also have salted grouse and artichoke, and braised tilapia with the ginger marmalade.
Oh, can I have that that one?
Yes, of course. Anything for anyone else?
That as well, please.
Yeah, I'll have the
3
same.
of
That's
those.
fine.
It's 1 silver, 1 copper each for them. Make sure that they get that order in before the kitchen closes.
Thank you
So
very
Thank you.
much.
steps away. So you guys are sitting there kind of at the bar for a moment.
Did we get our room from her, by the way?
Yes, we're the upstairs left room.
Oh, thank you very much.
She gave you
Okay.
a key at that
Yeah,
point.
she did.
So, do you have more things to tell us, or
No.
still no? Okay,
Still no, it's only been like 10 minutes since you asked me the last time.
I understand. I'm just, consent.
It's okay.
It's a green.
It's
It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. It's just a new.
Might I
It's a
remind
new thing.
you turn into turtles
I.
and bears and wolves.
Yes. I'm not judging you. I'm just, consent.
I'm okay. Thank you
Okay.
for your concern.
Give me a perception check, all 3 of you, as you're sitting here.
Oh.
Dirty 20.
It's bad.
13.
That's my listening. 1. 31.
Orba's a little caught up in Orba's even trying to avert her eyes, kind of, so people stop staring at her sort of glowing eyes. But Erland and Safira are sort of waiting for the food, looking across the bar. There's a number of people lined up along the bar. But at the far end of the bar, kind of on the opposite side from where you are, there's a very short dwarven man with curly blonde hair. And he has a very fine black cloak that looks considerably nicer than the rest of his clothes. And he's holding something in his hand, and he seems like he keeps sort of flicking his eyes up to Safira. No. And you can see him kind of, the gears turning in his head as he sort of thinks for a moment, kind of takes a swig of his drink.
Do you,
Don't. Now I see him too.
What?
Someone is really intensely looking at me.
Dwarven man, staring at...
Yeah, I'm avoiding eye contact because I nearly made eye contact with him and I don't really want to do that. So I would like to go up to the room. How do we feel about that, maybe?
Perhaps I
I'd
go
like
speak...
to eat my fucking
Perhaps I go...
fish.
I'll bring your
How
food
about
up.
I go speak with him, and you sneak up to the room as I speak with him?
Why are we going to speak with him?
Just so that he doesn't stop her when she leaves.
What? No,
She's just going up to the room.
Ignore him, I suppose. I mean, what are you going to say?
Oh no, just offer to buy him a drink, pretend I'm drunk. Play him in Maltster in the middle.
He's watching us right now.
Yeah, he's
So you can't wander over there and act like,
Alright.
oh, well, all of a sudden
With
now
the
that
length
I've
of this
stood up.
conversation, you sort of peek over one more time at him, and he's looking at Safira, and he kind of...
Oh no, he's trying to flag me down. I don't want to go.
Well,
What do I do? I don't want to.
Well, he seems very timid, so
I don't know
think
what
we can
he
talk
wants
to
from
him.
me.
There's 3 of us and 1 of him.
I'm just gonna sort of look at him and just
Afraid
go...
of him. I just.
And he sort of...
For fuck's sake.
And he takes his ale.
Where's he drinking before he comes?
Gets up, kind of shuffles over, sort of quickly and quietly. He's very short,
Why
takes
is
him a
he
moment
so
to kind of
nervous?
work his way all the way around the bar.
Are you trying to buy our friend a drink?
No. If you would, please. Excuse me, miss, may I address the lady?
Lady, yeah, that me? Yeah, okay. Well,
I would like to start by saying that I can see, and he sort of looks around a little bit and lowers his volume so maybe the people behind him can't hear.
yeah.
I can see that you are very well armed and likely very physically capable. And rather than attempt a forceful relocation of some kind that seems likely to fail or result in injury or death on my account,
Okay.
I would like to implore you to, and he's sort of stuttering a little bit. You can see him kind of sweating, and he's tugging at his collar. Implore you to turn yourself in to the offices of the Broken Crown, as they seem keen to speak with you. And he shows you the picture. That's sort of a portrait of you, as on sort of official document of the Broken Crown with your
Uh-huh.
portrait on it.
That's you.
That is me, yeah.
That would be the offices of the Broken Crown in Wamparani-Na, south side of the river, just over the bridge.
Okay, so I'm not interested actually in hurting you or killing you.
Yes.
Just curious, what is it that they want from me?
I don't know. I would truly what I would like is I would like you to use my name, Barney Morgan. Nice to meet you. And tell them it was I who sent you, so that I might collect the reward for doing so. As I have little to no hope of forcing you to go, I am hoping that by being polite and forthcoming, that you might consider my request.
I will consider it. I'm a bit concerned that it's some kind of a bounty, but
I don't think so. If you were wanted for some kind of crime or something, I think the search and your picture would be more widely circulated. This contract was only available to those that are known allies to the Broken Crown or can produce a writ of service. So not for everyone, just for...
okay.
Mr. Morgan, I have a quick question.
Yes.
We are friends with the Broken Crown, so why would they put out a portrait of one of us when we have a solid standing relationship with them?
That sounds like an excellent question for the Broken Crown. You should go there with your friend, like I said, and use my name, Barney Morgan, and tell them that it was I who sent you.
How much is the bounty for our friend here?
It's 25 gold for the successful...
Oh, that's not a lot, that's
not
okay.
Well,
It's not going to
yes,
be
I'm
that
not saying.
serious then.
He's like,
25 gold for what? I mean, okay. Look, I will definitely consider it. I've got some fish coming. So
Yes, I didn't mean... it's late, and I understand that perhaps tomorrow if you...
what did he do?
I like to sleep, especially if I'm going to, my own beheading.
All right.
I don't think it's that.
I don't think it's that either, but I don't know.
What
They might want something from me that I don't want to give them, but we'll find out.
What did you do for the Broken Crown for your writ of service?
Nothing, actually. My brother works there, so I sort of...
Oh, who's your brother?
Ken Reggie. Mr. Reggie, Captain Reggie.
Captain.
Yes, well, there aren't a lot of them, so I wouldn't read too much into that status.
So you live here then?
Yes, I do. Not in Montbrunina, here in Naupa.
In the Upa?
Yes.
Well, that's a rather long trip to Montbrunina.
Yes, well, I hope you go there, and when you do, use my name, Barney Morgan, and tell them it was me who sent you.
Barney Morgan, yes.
Alright.
Okay.
It was my understanding that Lieutenant Colonel Warber was putting out this notice himself. So.
Okay. The lieutenant, yes, okay.
Captain.
Well, cheers.
Yes. If before reporting to the officers, you happen across someone else who recognizes your face from the notice, please inform them that your contract is already spoken for by me, Barney Morgan. Thank you.
Okay, sure. I appreciate, the lack of attempt for force.
Yes. There you go. So
Thank
know
you.
that it's,
what a lovely likeness.
Yes.
Look.
Are they asking people
Very
to use
displeased.
force? Do we need to
It's
be
a very
worried
good
about
picture
people
of you.
grabbing her in the streets?
It did not say.
Oh,
It
look
just
like
said
that,
that
Norman.
he very much wanted to speak with her. I'm sure that there might be some who need the gold badly who might attempt such a thing.
Does it say her name as well?
It did not. There was just a picture.
All right.
Okay. Well, thank you, Barney.
Thank you for your time. Thank you. He sort of he bumps into a chair on his way back. And
Poor
guy.
You two, really?
I'm
This?
so nervous.
What? It looks. It's
That's
a
pretty,
it's a sketch of you. Yes.
It's a frown that I'm...
Well, yes, you do tend to frown when you're walking about.
I didn't realise it was that pronounced. Right, okay. Well, I hope they don't want something... What do they want from me?
You don't think it's, your friend?
Well, I suppose it could be, but he's not technically working for them. I mean...
But he still
but
has...
He still has status.
connections.
No, absolutely. It absolutely could be massive, but...
25 gold. The bounty last... Quietly. My bounty was like 400 gold, which is like crazy high.
Oh,
So
no.
like 25 is probably just like...
Me. I mean, also, what do they do? What if they did want me for something? Then what couldn't I just hand them 25 gold and say, well, I've paid off my bounty?
No, I don't think that's the way
No.
that works.
I suppose not.
Somebody just
Well,
wants
I haven't done
you,
anything criminal.
and they're willing to
No.
pay somebody to have you
I've
fetched.
done anything criminal.
What do you think?
Look, I think you need to be careful. I thought we were going to stay here for another little
I
bit,
thought I was
given...
just going to sit here and eat my fish and then we were going to do the
No, I mean
nights.
tomorrow.
Yeah, we need you for tomorrow.
For the
No, I
the
know.
ambush.
I'm not doing this tomorrow morning. I'd have to, we're going to deal with Marvin first.
All right.
aren't we?
All right, just be careful. Make sure no one grabs you on the
I mean,
streets.
look, if it's people like that who are
You
trying
can
to
see
grab
Soteria coming back with a few
so-
plates as this is happening.
Oh, that looks
Puts
lovely.
a sort of
Thank
steaming
you.
tilapia with some marmalade drizzled over the top.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you
Thanks.
very much.
You guys have a moment.
So, what is our itinerary for tomorrow?
Well, we're going to do that maze
The
and try and
pearl
make some gold
earrings,
in the
yeah.
morning.
Right.
And then, hopefully,
They're like, we have to do that. Everything else is optional. We have to
What
do
was it?
this.
Alright.
then I suppose preparing for the ambush. There's nothing else I really have to do in Nauba.
They still haven't made contact with you?
Not yet. I mean, I can look, maybe take a look at the page.
Nothing on it. And the stone has not glowed as far
Yeah.
as you can tell.
Okay.
I mean, do we want to do anything about...
Should we go over the plan for the ambush?
Yes, Tiefling, I was mentioning this to Safira when we were separated. I think perhaps the best way to deal with this ambush is if we do it during the concert tomorrow. I'll sort of speak a little lower just. During the concert tomorrow, I will sit in the crowd wearing some sort of finery. Hat or finery.
Okay.
And in order to draw attention to myself,
Okay.
sitting directly behind me will be Safira, I think.
Okay.
And up on sort of the balcony of this ale... There's a balcony here, yeah?
Yeah.
Up on the balcony of this alehouse, we'll have you, since you're,
Is there a safe way to get her onto the balcony, and that's going to be inconspicuous, or is it going to be strange that we're crawling around on the roof?
Yeah, is it like a
No,
roof
there's seating
balcony?
up on the balcony.
Oh,
There's
there's
like
seating.
tables and
Yeah.
seating up there
So
that
you'll
can look
sit
out
there
onto the.
in order to sort of have eyes on everything.
Okay.
And Safira will be nearby if anyone tries to pull anything funny up close.
I
Okay.
think that just for safety, we should try to each have you two should have a healing potion on you. That way,
I already have a
if
healing
one of us
potion on me,
goes
yes.
down,
I've got some, yeah.
then at least we have, hot weapons. I mean, I suppose if you go down when you're alone.
Well, no, that's the idea, is you're right next to me, and if they do try and move me to
Not
a second...
just worried about you, Erland, I'm worried about her too.
Oh, I'll be
because
alright.
Yeah, they're not looking for you. I mean, if they...
No, but they will certainly find her if they find you and they try to drag you out the crowd and then an ice knife.
Well,
comes
don't
shooting
throw an
away.
ice knife unless combat is already initiated.
Yeah, no.
If I am
I've
being
got
moved to a second location, both of you try and follow discreetly.
Okay, also, we should agree on rules here. So if
Oh,
you are
goodness.
approached,
That's fine.
you're not going with them to a second location.
Unless that seems to be part of the
No,
negotiation.
No. You will not go with them to a second location unless it's a location we've scoped out first and you've chosen it. You can take them somewhere else. They cannot take you somewhere else unless you'd like to die.
What if they're
it's
bringing
the
me
number
to
one
Marvin
rule.
Bishop? What if they're bringing me to
They're
Marvin?
bringing you to your fucking death, mate. Come on. Don't be thick.
I still don't understand why they're trying to make contact with him.
You're right, but
it
they
might
shouldn't.
not be.
I don't...
You're
think-
right, it might not be. You're right.
Just
but we
follow
shouldn't find that out the
closely.
hard way. No, we're not following them to a different location where they could have set up an ambush properly. We're not doing that. That's stupid. It is. If they want to go somewhere else, somewhere private, and have a conversation, we choose the place, we take them to where we're going.
The maze,
it's the
then.
only way to
The
do it
maze, then.
safely.
We take them to the maze if they want a private conversation.
Okay.
You know the maze.
I don't think there's a. You know it better than I do, but yeah.
Better than not at all.
Oh yeah, the maze like the back of my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, left.
Legs.
Okay,
Tell us
so
to me.
that can be the agreement. If
Does
they
that-
want to go to a private place, it can be the maze and only the maze, right?
Tiefling, does that sound alright with you?
Sure. Yeah.
I just figured that she has more options in close combat than you do.
Yeah.
Alright.
This all sounds right.
Okay,
I'm
so
not-
that's the plan for tomorrow.
The one thing that I feel like we should just kind of address is we won't be able to communicate normally, especially if we're trying to keep things discreet.
It's just no. You're only up there for emergencies, really. If there's some sort of significant. I don't think they'd shoot magic or bow and arrow into a crowd.
I'm not talking about like a go word for me to just open up fire on a bunch of people. I mean more just like there's no way to communicate anything. So, based on like depending on what is actually going to happen and what somebody expresses to you, you won't be able to tell us what those people are saying. You know what I mean? Is there
Yeah.
any?
So I think the rule should be also, if they come up to talk to you, I think we should try to take them to a second location. We should try to control the situation.
If I need you to attack, how
No.
about I stretch my arms like this?
I don't.
No, that's a bad idea.
I just
no.
do this, and
What
then
if
you,
you
then
put a
you.
crick in your back? I
No,
don't like
no,
the.
no,
I don't like this.
No, that's too ambiguous. You can't do things that are ambiguous like that. Here's what we hope. What we hope is that they're going to notice you, and they're going to approach you, and they're going to want to have some kind of a private conversation.
Yes.
If that is the case, which I'm assuming it is, when they find you, you're going to tell them to go to the maze, and you, when you see us start moving, will follow.
I think that's it. I think that's all.
All right.
I think we make it as simple as we possibly can, and we control them in, is the maze the best place? Do we think that we can bring them? I'm thinking something where we know exactly what our boundaries are, so we can't get surrounded, because we don't know how many men will be coming with them. And regardless of how well armed they are, or how talented they are at fighting, if we're surrounded, it's going to be difficult for us to get out, just the three of us.
Question. What time did the maze close?
At night. All right.
Night, I'm
How
not sure
about
when
there's
it closes,
how about just directly to the north? The farmers' fields start. So how about just we take them to an open farmers' field? You can't ambush someone in an open field.
Yeah, it's more than
Sort of talking.
Also, just to clarify, because you guys walked by there, yes, the maze contest closes, but there's not like a locked door. Like, you can walk into the maze.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
okay, got it.
It's
I
like
was
a hedge
thinking
maze,
that it-
yeah.
great.
No,
Like,
you can
I
still walk
thought the
into it.
grounds would be
I think the
closed.
maze is a good one because we can control the situation a little bit
Okay.
more. They can't ambush us in the maze.
All right.
All right.
That is it.
All right. So we have a plan.
Oh.
Thinking a little bit, munching on some delicious
Delicious.
tilapia with marmalade.
That would seem to be the most important feature of that entire.
We head on over to Wamparani. And Graven, it's back to the deck you go, with the night sky overhead. And as before, it's a simple thing to find the bright red door that marks the entrance. This time you can already hear as you approach a chorus of cawing that kind of gets muffled and less as the door is like, as the door is like swinging open and shut. Another round of the saddest fuck in the bar. And just as you've kind of passed through the threshold, there's a round of cheers, as you kind of heard before. And there's a scrawny dwarf who people are like putting drinks in his arms. He's like, I'm not sad, I'm very happy. Oh, fuck off. And he's like pushing the beers away. But people keep kind of handing him drinks. And somehow it's even more crowded in here than it was before. And with the number of people kind of gruffly pushing past each other, it seems like a fight could break out at any moment. Though at a place like this, that might be expected or even welcome. So you kind of walk back into this crowded bar area of all hands on deck and you return.
Do I still see Hatchet in the bag?
Give me a perception check. Yes, give me a perception.
18.
You do still see Hatchet in the back. He is speaking with someone, sort of leaned over the table quietly, having a little conversation. Not the same person that you saw him with when you and Beezaura approached him the first time.
I don't recognize them at all, though.
You don't recognize the other person at all. No, just another person that he seems to be talking to. What was the roll?
18.
18. In addition to that, you sort of, even in this crowded bar area, you still are by far one of the tallest people in the area. So it gives you a pretty good vantage point to kind of take a look around. And there's two tables that you notice, and what you notice about them right away is that it's odd that there's only one person sitting at them. Two different ones, not the same table. And most of the tables are like packed, like 7 people crowded around one tiny little table. One of them is a Goliath. And he's sort of similar to you in stature, but he's wearing kind of plain longshoreman attire with heavy boots and an oversized brown coat. And breaking from tradition, he's let a mop of hair grow out on top. Most Goliaths can't even, not most, some Goliaths can't even grow hair on top, but even the ones that can typically shave it off as a sort of tradition just from the cultures. And despite sitting alone, he has a mug of ale opposite of him at the table, and it's full, almost as if he's waiting for someone, or if someone was there and then got up and left. So there's another mug of ale in addition to his on the opposite end of the table. The other person that you notice is someone that you do recognize. It's the same Broken Crown officer that you spoke to at the offices of the Broken Crown about the contracts. And he's sitting alone, not like the Goliath, who seemed to be purposefully sitting alone. He kind of like looks around a little bit, and you get that sense he's wearing a little bit of the black and purple that like no one wants to sit with the guy from the Broken Crown. So he's kind of there alone at the table. So you notice the two of them, in addition to seeing Hatchet once again.
Has the Goliath seen me?
Not that you can tell, no. He seems pretty sort of focused a little. He's not like looking around having conversations with people. He did not notice you.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of make my way in his direction.
Okay.
To the Goliath.
Sure.
It's pretty loud in here.
Yes, it's very loud in here.
I'll just kind of get close enough to, not under my breath and not super loud, but just in giant, like, waiting for someone.
And he's sort of, he has this kind of long stare at the kind of mug of ale opposite him. And you can see him kind of snap out of it a little bit when he hears the giant. He kind of looks around a little bit and then, I'm just paying respects to a friend is all.
My condolences.
Thanks.
Something happened recently.
Yeah. We used to come here after work. My tribe, the mourning period lasts 7 days. And I'm not really one for ceremony or any of that shit, but there's one tradition that I thought was nice, which was to leave a drink and an open seat for the deceased, in case their spirit needs company as they get adjusted to the afterlife. My friend died 3 days ago. He worked at the docks with me.
The bookkeeper.
And he sort of... You know Chris?
I've learned of him recently, yes.
He sits back. What do you mean?
I'm not from around here.
I would have noticed.
Right. There's been a number of deaths recently.
Yeah, I heard that idiot over the reserves thought that they were related.
Are you not interested in finding out what happened to your friend?
From what I heard, people looked into it. I couldn't find anything.
Well, for what it's worth, it does seem suspicious to me.
Really?
Killed... Let me ask you this. Did he carry a hand crossbow?
Yeah. All the time. He loved twirling it about on his finger. Mohan used to yell at him all the time, tell him to put it away.
Was he adept with it enough that he wouldn't shoot himself with it?
Never seen him do that. I never seen him fight. The guy never got in a fight, as far as I knew.
What I'm getting at is that...
Sit down, I can't hear you. Just not, and he points to the, not in that chair.
Of course. So... It would seem that all of these deaths, these people were killed with their own weapons, including your friend with his own crossbow.
Make a persuasion check.
Come on, Graven. Be persuasive.
Dirty 20.
I didn't hear that part when they talked about the murders. Nobody said that he shot himself with his own crossbow. You know that for sure?
Yes, I've seen the body.
So what then? You think one person's killing all these people?
So, I'm trying to find out what he might have been mixed up with, if there's some connection to the other two. Any kind of back alley dealings that he was doing, any kind of connections, any new friends that he had made.
The guy wasn't into anything bad, as far as I knew. Didn't use my crawl. We had a small thing going at the ports, the two of us, but it wasn't illegal. Look, we were selling imports that were coming in off the boats. And before you say anything, I'll repeat, it wasn't stealing. We paid for them up front, and we'd turn them around in the city to make some profit. It was a good little side bit that we had. Anyway, when he died, I couldn't give him his most recent cut. I felt bad he never got it, which is why I buy the drinks every day. I know a couple Goliaths across the ocean in the Ki'Ira Highlands. Hunters, harvesters. I had the idea to start just buying and selling things that are harder to get here. Rare animal pelts, monster parts, whatever. The thing is, there's some restrictions and tariffs on certain international products brought in.
Right.
So Christopher, who was one of the bookkeepers, he helped me mislabel some of the items so we didn't have to pay the taxes on them. And look, if you tell anyone that, I'll deny it. All the records show that I imported everything legit. But anyway, it's pretty much done at this point because there's no one I trust like I trusted Chris.
Well, if it's as small dealings as you say it is, I don't imagine that is what would have actually gotten him killed, but...
I agree.
You don't think that he may have somehow become a little bit more ambitious and gotten in with... I know the Myconid trade is heavy here.
Yeah. We never dealt with anything like that. That's a short port deal mostly.
And you're at the tall ports.
Yeah. Like I said, Chris and I spend most of our time together in the off hours. Never saw him do anything I thought was suspicious.
You know he was killed here, right?
Yeah.
Is this somewhere that he would have been normally staying?
He looks around. Yeah, everyone from the ports comes here.
But in a room, not just at the bar itself.
Sometimes you meet somebody at the bar that you don't want to take home.
He was known to do this.
I guess, occasionally.
Does he leave any other family?
No. Not that I know of. So who are you? You're not from here and you're looking into these murders. What is this?
I travel and I look for contracts. This was the Broken Crown.
And you talked to Thorsten, right? The guy's an idiot. You trust what he has to say?
I trust my own eyes.
So what then? What's next?
Well, I was hoping to have another audience with Hatchet over there, but might be a little too busy in here for that. I might go back to the MacLeod den down up the river.
You think that Chris had something to do with that?
That's where one of the other bodies we think came from.
Like I said, I never saw Chris do anything like that.
The office that he worked in at the Tall Ports.
Yeah.
Is that... I don't know, is somebody else now in his office, or is it empty, or...
He wasn't the only bookkeeper.
Right.
There's probably 5 of them. They worked different piers. And I worked the boats that were on one of his piers, so that's why he had the records of the things I was pulling in.
If he had any personal items or anything there at the office, would they still be there?
Yeah, I guess.
I wouldn't be able to just get in there, would I?
Not right now. Not without someone else bringing you in. What are you looking for?
Anything that might be a clue to who he might have been meeting with.
I can take a look at his books, but like I said, everything that's in there looks legit. That was the whole point.
And you went through it after he died?
I know that somebody did, not me personally.
Ask around. See if you can discern who he may have gone upstairs with.
Alright. I mean, you're asking for an almost impossible task. You see how many people are in here right now? Sometimes people go upstairs to fuck, sometimes people go upstairs to drink, people go upstairs to do my crawl. Who the fuck knows? That could have been anybody. Like, the best thing I can give you right now is you still have access to that crossbow?
Yes.
The trigger, because you like to twirl it around so much, it was loose. It made a rattling sound when you went to kind of put your finger on it. If you want to confirm that it's definitely his, check the trigger.
All right.
Cool.
Well, I won't disturb your morning any longer.
If I see you around and I have anything else to tell you, I will, but I wouldn't get your hopes up.
So you work at the Tall Ports with Mohan, you said? Not
Yeah.
with McKenna at the Short Ports?
No.
All right. Be well.
You too. He sits back. Kind of goes to take kind of a long pull from his drink. And as Graven stands up, sort of gets once again sort of rising above the general headline of the crowd, you see Beezaura wander in after a long walk down the beach, down the piers, away from Mohan Fowler's house, after he offered to have it as a nighttime place to rest. But Beezaura's kind of wandering in. You first see kind of her ponytail kind of bobbing at the top, and Graven can kind of see it over the top of the heads. You're not able to see Graven yet, but you spot her as she kind of comes in.
Beezaura.
And you hear his voice before you see it. You kind of look, and Graven kind of pushes his way through a couple people.
Excuse me.
Still in one piece.
Still here.
How was your meeting?
I don't know why he is so nice to me. I'm not used to that.
It is a rare thing.
Indeed. He offered to have us at his place tonight. It's quite nice.
Excellent.
Graven kind of looks around at the din of this area and looks upstairs to where, like, that's where you might have thought about staying for the evening, and just the noise down here, like, the yelling and the clinking of glasses and, like...
Nightmare.
Sounds much better than staying outside or upstairs. So.
I agree. And obviously he was willing to have both of us.
Right.
How was your day?
I got a hold of Wilson again. We have to meet him tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And we both have to
Yes.
lose fights to him.
Graven.
It's silly, I know, but it will help us get time out of Willapont. These northern names.
All right.
It'll be fun.
Losing is fun.
I'm not gonna get hurt. It
Nice
just
try.
All right. I trust you.
Thanks.
Anything else?
I also, God, what else did I do? I went and spoke to the militia, the local militiaman who believes that there's been 3 deaths that he thinks are linked.
You heard about that at the you were there with the Broken Crown
Yeah,
office. Told about
that contract, and I'm kind of following up leads on that right now.
Okay.
I think we should do drugs with Hatchet.
That came out of nowhere, but you think that will allow us to get information
I
out
think
of
that
him?
gets us a deeper conversation with a man who knows things, yes.
Again?
If you want me to do it on my own, I'll do it.
No. We're a
Buddy
team.
system.
We're a team. If you're there, I will do it.
All right. Well, I'm going to take a look and see. Is he still kind of having
Yeah,
a little
it looks
chat?
like every
The same
conversation with a
person?
different person now.
Different
Someone has
person.
gotten up and left.
All right.
We'll fight hungover.
Maybe let's get something in our stomachs first. Or wait, is that something we don't want to do?
Before we do the drugs?
Yeah, empty stomach, full stomach. I'm not used to this.
Should we ask him?
Excuse me, sir. How do you do drugs best?
Maybe just some.
Soup?
I'll just have a ration from my pack.
Now not even a proper dinner?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
We have time if you want to have a dinner.
It's fine. I'll just
You can
have...
smell a little bit of the wine on Beezaura's breath. Like a half a bottle or more of wine.
Maybe you should put something in your stomach.
I'll get something cheap. If you want some, you're more than welcome.
Let's take a look at what they have.
There's a menu on the wall. 3 things on the wall. Roasted cod with curd cheese, stewed beetroot, and pickled crab and buckwheat bread. The cheapest one is the stewed beetroot.
Sounds good.
I'll take one of those beetroots.
That does sound good. We'll do 2 beetroots.
Beetroot! He sort of snaps a couple times, and someone pokes their head out of the kitchen. 2 beetroot!
How much is it?
6 copper each.
I'll do it.
I'll try to. see if there's like a line of people that are, kind of gathering near Hatchet.
Near Hatchet?
Yeah.
There is not.
There's not? Okay.
No, it's like the whole place is crowded.
Okay. Not the drug line, like the talk to Hatchet line.
Hatchet has a little ticket taker right next to him.
Is it my turn to have some?
You have to know what you want before you get the ticket.
You couldn't tell what the system was. You were speaking to the Goliath before,
Right.
you were able to discern what it was.
We're just like waiting for the food, I guess.
Yeah, we'll say it comes back and you get it to it. A couple bowls of stewed beetroot.
Graven,
Yeah.
I don't know if I need your opinion or just wanted to let you know, but Mohan did offer quite a proposition. For me, at least. He said he could get me on a boat to anywhere. Now. If I wanted to just escape. You think I could really just escape everything I've been through?
That is completely up to you.
I have a strange feeling that if I just sent my pieces off and then went on my way, someone would find me.
How much more do you need to collect, do you think, before it is done?
I don't have a whole set.
A whole set is over a dozen pieces, isn't it?
Yes.
And just to clarify, there's two parts to that. Baron Pendle wasn't asking for a whole set. He was just asking for a bunch. If she wanted to join the club herself, she would need a whole set.
Okay.
If I get him a sufficient amount, then I guess I'm free from under him, but have I really avenged my whole family?
I don't know.
I know it's a loaded question, sorry.
No, I don't know what has driven you on this whole time that I've known you, but we have done good. And my work is not done.
I know.
And I could definitely use your help.
That's what I was thinking as
And
well.
well, I wouldn't blame you if you tried to just run away from it all. Trust me, it's definitely something that I've thought about.
It's not very like me, though. Yeah, I thought the same.
I could use that flail.
It's here.
And that heart.
Also here. Eat up. We have quite an exciting night, I guess.
Not really sure what we're in for.
So as you're kind of eating the sort of steaming sort of beetroot, it's pretty good, for sort of a standard bar fare. You're sort of keeping sort of an eye on the corner there, and you do, after sort of a quiet conversation that lasts another couple of minutes, you see them kind of, one hand goes out, he puts his hand on top, it looks like they maybe kind of exchange something quietly, and then that man gets up and leaves, and there's an open space at the table at the moment, kind of leans back.
I'll finish. I just
Sure.
Toss it on the edge of the bar, yeah. Well, let's see where this goes.
Let's do it.
Gonna make our way over.
Yeah, he kind of sees you coming. Oh, back again, are we?
Is there room to sit down?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Hello, Hatchet.
Hello.
I thought you said something else. I see you're quite busy at the moment, but
Always busy, always busy.
would you have 15 minutes or so to join us?
See, when I go to indulge myself, I like to take a long trip. Make sure you really sort of enjoy every moment along the way.
What do you consider long?
Well, the medium at least.
Which is how long again?
An hour, isn't it?
An hour.
So yeah, let me. Do I have the right
15 into.
I have the wrong one on here. Yeah, so there's 3 ones. There's weak, medium, and strong. And let me make sure I have the right.
Strong is an
Yes.
afternoon, right?
So weak is 15 minutes feels like an hour.
Yeah.
Medium is an hour feels like an afternoon, so a couple of hours. And the strong is an afternoon feels like a couple of days have gone by.
Oh, jeez.
What time is it right now?
It's late, past like midnight.
Shit.
I'm gonna turn to Graven quietly. Like, well, we have no problem losing a fight tomorrow.
Don't get too quiet.
Yeah.
We'll have no problem losing a fight tomorrow if we do that.
How much?
It's $135 for each. And typically when someone pays for my company, they pay for mine.
135 for the medium.
That's right.
Oh my god.
I don't have money like that.
Oh, and a friendly bit of advice. Just because I'm looking at your very fine armor and your shields, I wouldn't bring anything there that you would be heartbroken if it got stolen. You know, just the sort of folk that hang around there. Not me, of course, because I'm telling you up front.
How kind. Why don't we see about where we might drop those things off and we'll come back to you.
Please? I'll always be here. Leans back to the street.
I thought 135 was for the strong stuff.
Nope, the strong stuff is...
Oh my god, how much is the strong stuff?
Like 300?
Yeah, it's a...
Jeez.
I have it in there somewhere.
Right.
Graven,
Oh my god.
that's a lot of gold.
I don't even have enough for one of those.
I have enough, but
Even if only one of us did it with him, that's 270 gold.
there's no way he'll only do 15 minutes.
Did it seem like he was gonna go for the 15 minutes? Why don't we... We'll double back on this.
Do you
A
want-
triple back, evidently. This is the 3rd time.
If you want to do it, we could leave our stuff at Mohan's.
That's what I was thinking. But again, if just one of us did it, instead of both, that way it's only 270 gold and not 400 gold.
Oh my god.
Do you think
I could put 50 towards it.
do you think we should ask Mohan maybe if he thinks it's actually a good idea?
It's not about what Mohan knows, it's about what Hatchet knows.
Right.
That's what we
But if
want.
he's just doing this to get our money and not really going to help us. I'm sure people have come to him for information before.
I want to make one more stop tonight at the MacLeod Den before I turn in.
Do you want to do that now?
Yes, we'll do that now and
Decide what we should
decide
do
whether we
after.
come back here.
Okay.
God, expensive shit.
It is quite pricey.
Alright.
Where you guys at?
Up the river to
Alright. Exit the all hands on deck tavern. That is where we will take a little break. So when we come
That's all
back,
my money.
a little bit
all
of
your money. We'll
a
have
little bit of
more than half of
investigation
it.
for Graven and Beezaura before they decide what to do, and then a little bit of possibly laying down to rest or figuring out their nighttime activities on the other side.
That's news.
Thank you guys so much for joining us as always.
Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
We were playing our game where I wasn't allowed to look at my phone, but we got raided. Let me pull it up.
I hope you enjoyed Orba wiping the floor.
Yeah.
Monsters
Yeah.
in the middle.
Yes, ScaryCon Live rated us for 184 people, so thank you all very, very much.
Welcome, have a good time, hang out. We'll be back in just a short break, and we'll see you on the other side, and we'll find out what happens then.
Yes, as always, there's a 5-minute recap halfway
Yeah.
into the Be Right Back video. It does all recap of last episode.
Enjoy, everybody. We'll see you then.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Chapter 74. In rare form, Orba and Celis are both pleased to discover that Orba was not one of Salandriel's decoys, but in fact a candidate for some greater power.
The balance between mortal and divine was kept by reapers. The longer that a god stays connected to our world, the thicker those strands get, the more powerful they become. But it was a reaper's job to cut these strands before they became too thick, thus severing the connection between a god and our world.
Reapers are chosen by the undead. When a reaper dies, another is chosen and balance is maintained. But what happens when someone or something kills off the reapers before their powers are fully realized?
The gods would grow in their influence and their audacity. And that is what we are seeing now. Salandriel saw this happening. She vowed to try and find a reaper before they could be tracked down and killed.
Salandriel has been sending promising wizards to Celis, and he must determine if her suspicions are correct. But so far, the Reaper trial has only ever ended in death.
That is where I hope that you will succeed. And he takes a step backwards away from you.
Celis turns invisible and summons a massive undead creature that attacks Orba on sight.
You take 7 slashing damage and then 9 slashing damage.
Orba's out.
Orba's out. Eyes open, Orba. It's time to get to know the real you. And you have the sensation of something lifting your head.
It's Ghost Girl! She lifts Orba to her feet. She then produces an ethereal war scythe, which Orba in turn uses to defeat the skeletal beast.
This is Orba's Reaper form. This is an entirely different loadout. I'm sure you're not entirely happy with me. You only need to come to terms with what you are, which is 2 things. 1, capable of a great balancing power that can restore the equilibrium of gods and mortals. And 2, far from ready to take on such a task just yet.
Meanwhile, Erland and Safira wish to do the famous Buffin Estate maze, but find it closed for the night. However, one of Buffin's employees offers them an opportunity.
I'll show you how to complete the maze, real quick. You come back tomorrow, do the maze, we split the prize.
They agree to learn the maze now and compete in the challenge tomorrow. Erland and Safira then meet Orba back at the Uba Ale House. On the coast, Beezaura bumps into Mohan Fowler, the gentle void harbor master that helped Beezaura escape imprisonment weeks ago. They share some wine and fond memories.
You remember in that room, I gave you the club and you asked if I wanted you to beat me to death?
The boats you say that can take me away? Where would it lead me to?
Where you want to go. This is an Avika Pora tall ports. It'll take you anywhere.
I can't even imagine.
Well, you think about it.
Graven strikes a bargain with Cleaver, saying he will throw their next fist fight if Cleaver lets Graven use his private investigator. Soon after, Graven becomes an investigator himself and looks into the possible serial killer of Navikapora, alongside a member of the Militia Reserve.
Looking for Thorsten.
I just want someone who isn't Broken Crown to take a good look and tell me whether I'm crazy or not.
Graven investigates the bodies. One drowned, one was stabbed, and one was shot by a crossbow.
But maybe he's killing them with their own weapons. That would be a link between them all, yeah?
The first one drowned.
Maybe she didn't have a weapon on her.
Maybe she only had a vial of the poison or something.
You saw poison?
I don't know. That was my best guess about the glass in the mouth. Maybe they put something in their mouth and shut their mouth on it. Forced them to take some kind of...
My troll comes in a vial.
A thin vial that might smash if you bit on it.
Yeah?
This is a worthy endeavor.
It's a worthy endeavor. That's what I said. And as Graven wanders into the night back toward the direction of the all-hands-on-deck tavern with hopes of meeting up with Beezaura, that is where we will end.
Wow.
Will Beezaura sail away and leave her friends behind? How far is Orba from becoming a fully realized Reaper? Can Erland and Safira cheat at a moderately sized maze competition and win a 1/2 set of earrings? Find out next time on Tabletop Notch.
And welcome back, everybody.
With a straw in that. See you later.
Tabletop Notch, Halloween edition. Happy Halloween, everybody.
It's Halloween.
Shut up. You.
Don't make that face with those eyes. That is genuinely really unsettling.
You look like Shrek's cousin or something.
Ooh, that's a compliment. That's a compliment if I ever heard one.
I'm really good tonight.
We return to the Uba Ale House.
Put your clothes on.
We're finishing up their meal for the evening, possibly looking to retire. Are Erland, Safira, and Orba, who have talked out their plans for possibly meeting up with whoever might be communicating through Grimari's giant grimoire. Also with thoughts of Orba's possible encounters tomorrow. If Celis summons her at some point, it's sort of in the back of her mind. So you guys heading upstairs, you have a moment here at the bar. Again, people sort of drifting out. It's now starting to get pretty sparse in terms of the people that have stuck around.
So a successful day then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Well,
More for her than anyone else, but yeah.
congratulations.
Hey, you did a maze and
Look,
stuff.
you're allowed to be the star of the show here, and Safira kind of throws her, like, you know,
Cheers. The last bit of their wine up here.
Finish his drink.
Thanks, guys. That's really nice.
very glad you're okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, you don't think there's any possibility that this ambush thing that's happening tomorrow is going to coincide with your need to meet with...
I suppose it's a possibility.
Okay. That wouldn't, being involved in something, if it did become something, wouldn't preclude you from being able to do what you need to do, would it?
What? Say that
I
again?
mean, like, if we got into a fight, right? Which we're hoping there's no fight that breaks out in a public square.
Sure.
That's
yes.
why we're doing it in a public square. But if there is that okay for you? Does that cause problems for you? You said there were, and I'm kind of looking around. The apostates that were
Apostles? Yes.
Sorry, apostles.
That's okay.
Watching you.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure as long as we don't, like, burn down the whole town, we'll be fine.
Okay. We'll try not to burn down the whole town.
Famous last words.
Great.
Famous last words indeed.
Am I drunk?
So you said you hit your drink.
I just drank 3.
Sir, you
Really?
just drank that give
What's
me
up?
a
Am I
Constitution
drunk?
saving throw.
Guys, am I drunk?
Do I seem weird to you?
Should I go home?
Should we see?
13.
You are, as of yet, not drunk. Erland sort of slow playing that last beverage, keeping his wits about him.
Okay, so we should rest, right?
Yes, please.
We have a room.
I'm exhausted.
Whatever.
We have a room.
Good fish. I'm kind of pushing them.
So I guess Orba's gonna grab her saddlebags. Like, can she?
Yeah, they had a spot to like tie up the horses and stuff.
Okay.
That seemed to be.
But just for security
Yes,
purposes,
you can take
bring
the saddlebags with
in?
you. Yep.
Okay.
You guys start to head up the
I'm
stairs.
gonna stay up for one more.
Okay.
One more drink?
I'm gonna stay up for another
Damn.
drink. Yeah.
So they start to leave, or you notice that Erland's staying there. If you...
Whoa.
I'm just gonna stay up for one more. Celebratory drink.
Alright, are you staying up for one more? I'll stay up for one more, I suppose.
Sure.
I mean, we need to get a full night's rest, right? But. Will you be right and ready for the maze tomorrow? Because you know the lefts and rights better than I do.
I'll be
so-
fine.
Okay. Alright.
Not to be all. You never. What's happening? What's
Celebratory.
You're lying. What are you lying about?
He's always lying about something. It's.
I'm having a celebratory drink to celebrate the day.
Do you want to get rid of us?
No, just
Because
let
if
me
he's
have
still
a
drinking,
drink.
I'm still drinking. I'm just saying.
Okay.
And Safira
I'll
just
take like an ale and
Sure,
I'll sort of,
we'll say they come by.
and I'll
with it.
cheers Orba.
That's
Cheers.
Did
much
you
is
want
it?
the cheap one?
Yeah,
The
cheap
6
one.
copper for the cheaper.
Guess Orba's gonna go to bed.
And Safira kind of, as she's like going, gives her like a congratulatory clap on the back.
Or sort of a little suspicious lady grabs her belongings and heads up the stairs to the 2nd floor. And you head up. There's sort of like a large staircase around the back that leads straight up to sort of the rooms instead of the balcony seating area that some of the other tables are at. Give me a perception check as you walk upstairs.
I thought you were gonna roll that.
I know, me too. I was like,
God damn it! This new form is killing me.
oh no.
Perception. 4.
4. Orba gets to the top of the stairs, and just as you do, one of the doors clicks closed. Not unusual, really. There's other people staying here, you presume. You continue up to the top
Was
floor.
it behind the sound? Was it behind me or?
No, you get up to the stairs and all the rooms are in front of you on the left
Oh,
and
I
right,
see.
and one on the upper sort of far right, just closed, just as you got to the top of the
Okay.
stairs.
You'll just send her to bed to get assassinated by herself.
Yeah.
And you get to the end of the hall where it sort of indicated where your room was, and you enter in. It's very cozy. It's sort of an open room. It's a decent size. It has 3 beds. There's one larger kind of double bed and then 2 single beds, sort of each on 3 walls of the room. The sheets look very clean, and there's some very nice kind of touches to not make the room seem so impersonal. There's a vase of fresh flowers that looks like it's been set out recently. There's a painting on the wall that looks like it might be of the ports of Wampirani-Na, the sort of tall and short ports of Wampirani-Na. And there's a pitcher filled with water next to a couple cups. It's also available to you. So you have this kind of moment here in the room.
Did you guys put your stuff upstairs or?
No,
They haven't yet.
Okay.
You're the first one up.
Okay. Orba's going to put her sack next to the big bed.
Sorry.
Tickle by his tickle.
Do I have a window in the room?
There's 2 windows. It's a corner. It's on the back corner, so there's 2 windows.
Big ass room.
Yeah, it is.
Orba's gonna like open the windows, get a nice
You
breeze.
see the stars in the sky, a little bit of the flickering lantern light from down the street. Kind of see it.
And then she's gonna just take a second for like a moment of privacy, and she's just gonna picture that she's like holding the scythe again, and in the room she's gonna like kind of practice.
Kind of dancing about the room a little bit, light footsteps on the wooden floor, tapping about.
And then I guess I'm gonna just get my spell book out and just collapse face first in this big bed. Holding my
It's like a feather mattress kind of envelops you as you fall down.
Great. I'm just gonna go to bed.
Laura starts to close her eyes and drift off after a long day, mentally exhausting day in a lot of ways. And we'll go back down to the bar. Again, now you guys and maybe 8 other people sort of scattered throughout the tables and seats and stuff. You know. So,
Recognize any of them?
no. I mean, Satiria's there,
Yeah.
but no patrons that you recognize.
So were you looking for a moment alone? Have I ruined your...
If you're going to be condescending, then yes, you've ruined my peace and quiet.
What condescending? That's pot in the kettle, don't you think?
What do you want?
Oh my god!
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit.
Erland takes a nice big swig. You're about halfway through it, and it starts to kind of set in a little bit. Just that sort of easy haze that comes with having that one extra drink. You are condition poisoned for mechanic reasons.
What do you want?
I was trying to keep you company, but apparently you what? I'm sorry, am I interrupting secret Erland business where you're supposed to be sneaking around?
No.
Every moment where you're left unsupervised is a moment where you're doing something we don't know about, or you don't want us to know about.
Look, I've already asked about the elves. I was forthright about that. And so, we seem to be fucked there.
Yes, that's an interesting assessment. Yes,
Can I
we
tell
do
you
seem
what's
to be
fucked?
What?
I thought she was like me.
Who? What? Hey, what are you talking about?
I thought Orba was like me.
What does that
It
mean?
means I thought that she was this abandoned little whatever. And it turns out that
Hang on,
she's...
is that how you see yourself?
It turns out that she's this... friend of the Iron Clouds.
Fuck off. Friend who was shipped off on a boat. Friend who was shipped off possibly to their death.
Yeah,
who
that's
ended
what
up with
I'm
a group
saying.
of strangers. Friend.
That's what
Friend
I'm
seems like a
saying.
generous word. That sounds a lot more like the first thing that you said. What was it? A pathetic little nothing
What I'm
that you seem to view
saying,
yourself
what I'm
as?
saying is that I thought that she was alone, abandoned, purposeless or something. I thought she was fucked, and that's why she found us. And it turns out that no, it's we're the ones who are fucked. She's the one with some mission for some important person. That's what's fucked.
Okay, so we're talking about your feelings. You're feeling fucked, are we?
No, I'm not talking about my feelings.
I
I'm
think
just
we're
saying.
talking about your
I'm
feelings,
not talking
and I think
about my
you're feeling
feelings.
fucked.
I'm not talking about my feelings. I wouldn't do that.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Big man.
Look, I just don't think that you need to watch out for her maybe as much as we all thought.
Look, I watch out for her because I'm worried not just about her physical safety, right? I'm worried about what happens up here when you see too much. I'm trying to... Look, she's still a kid.
Yeah, I know.
Do you?
I do, yes. That is something You don't like me, but that's fine. That is something that I know about.
Thing is, Erland, it's not that I don't like you. It's that I can't trust you.
Yeah, sure.
You're not sure. You're not honest with anyone. You're barely honest with yourself.
Alright. Any more advice?
Advice? I wasn't sure you were asking me for my advice.
Yeah, it comes
Sounded like you were venting.
Comes unsolicited, doesn't it, Safira?
Well, yeah.
Erland's gonna finish his drink.
It does.
Alright, have a good night then. I'm gonna start walking upstairs.
You do start to walk the journey.
Scared him off.
Satyria kind of comes back, and the last time she had given both of you a drink, she kind of gets back and, oh, just you then.
Yeah, he fucked off. Not sure what the problem was. Yeah.
Fucked off. That's not usually how someone says it when a friend goes to bed, but
A friend, acquaintance, travelling companion. You know.
you don't have to explain yourself to me.
Right.
Another one? Are you all right?
No, I mean, yes, I'd love another one, but I should really be getting to bed.
This one's on me.
Right, yeah, then.
Trouble then, huh?
Well, with him, well, always, you know, he's got
I
his,
don't know, but I believe you.
got his hands in too many pies. I never know what he's up to. So.
I've been sort of trying to get a read on him.
Oh, good luck. If you do, let me know.
He asked about the Radiran elves.
Yeah, he told me that he asked about that. Yeah.
Their plight is... It's important to me. It's
I know.
difficult to find new people who come into town that you feel you have that sort of line of communication with.
Sure. I mean, we care as well, obviously, and we, you know, obviously owe them some money, which is
And
embarrassing.
maybe don't care enough to pay your debts back.
Well, it's not that. It's that we've, it's not that we don't care enough, it's that we've accumulated a fair bit of debt on our journey. So, you know, it's, you know, trying to figure out who we pay off and who we don't. And the answer is we should pay off everyone, and I'm not sure that we have the capacity to at this moment. We're working on it, obviously, you know, we're always trying to get money and we're not interested in stiffing anyone.
So if you had it, you would give it.
If I had it, and Safira kind of like looks at her, if I had it, absolutely, I would give it.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh shit.
Oh no! I mean that! Persuasion, I don't have any modifier. 4. 4.
That's what they all say, isn't it?
Suppose it is.
Enjoy the drink. Have a good night.
Thanks, you too.
Erland walks up to the second floor.
So bad.
Again, sort of get up to the top, take a look around, find the room. You jiggle the handle a little bit, or it seems like Orba left the door open for you. Walk in. Orba is asleep at this point.
There's only one bed, or?
There is 3 beds.
3 beds,
again,
okay, cool.
Yes, but 2 available, and Orba has clearly taken the large bed. And
I sort of like
the window.
take off my boot and sort of hop around a little bit, try and get it off. Struggle a little bit and...
Make a make a dexterity check with disadvantage because you're
Straight dexterity?
Because we drunk.
14.
14, 1 boot, and you feel yourself losing your balance, and you do the kind of like hop, 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 and then you can see the wall coming, and finally you kind of slow your momentum enough to didn't wake Orbo as you were sort of banging around on
And I get into bed and kind of curl up, feel the breeze from the open window.
Safira, are you coming upstairs?
Yes. Don't want to stand there awkwardly, just...
She allows
Sorry,
you to
I
finish
won't
your-
pay you guys some money back.
Thanks for the free beer.
Thanks for the free beer.
And as Safira gets to the room, opens it up. And as you enter the room, Orba's kind of asleep there. Erland's eyes closed, not totally sure if he's asleep or not. You sort of wander over to the last remaining bed. A blue pulsing glow comes from Erland's belongings by the side of his bed.
Can I go?
Are you trying to not wake the other inhabitants of the room?
Yes.
Give me a stealth check.
Are you drunk?
She is not yet. Her constitution's like really
My
high.
husband.
I can have 2 drinks before.
Oh no. 10.
10. You walk over and you grab the bag that you think that the stone is in, but it seems maybe that bag also has the grimoire in it. It's heavier than you picture it. You go to kind of pick it up and it immediately kind of falls to your hand and kind of makes a little thump on the floor. Give me a perception check with disadvantage in your sleep there.
No.
12?
12. Your eye cracks open and you look to the side.
I immediately roll over and grab her arm. What the fuck are you doing?
Are you saying it at that volume?
Yes.
Okay. Orba, give me a perception check with disadvantage as you're asleep.
Was that?
What was it?
31.
31.
It's like a 1 and a 2.
Stays asleep.
And I'm just gonna...
She's had a long
I'm
day.
just gonna kind of
okay?
bring her
More
book.
sleepy.
Yeah.
The book.
I see the light glowing now, right?
Yeah, it pulsed once, and then after he's woken, it pulses again. It's pulsed a couple times.
I sort of swat her hand away, and I go to
Can I try to grab it?
Oh,
This
for
is so
fuck's
Yes.
stupid.
You're trying to pull the book from him,
Yes,
and are you
and I'm
pulling the
pulling
book?
back. Yeah.
Give me both athletics checks, but yours has to be with disadvantage.
Petty, this is so petty.
So no.
In athletics? Oh my god, okay, 15.
Safira pulls it and grabs it out of his hand and sort of holds him at arm's length.
And then I'm just gonna open it to the page.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing there?
Erland's gonna grab the smooth stone,
You do.
and I'm gonna say,
We go through this every time. The way that the book works.
There's nothing there. Like,
I'm gonna give the stone a squeeze.
You give it a squeeze, and
And I'm gonna sort of get up next to Safira to kind of see it as well.
sort of boxing Erland out a little bit, but allowing him to look over her shoulder. Writing starts to appear on the page.
Oh, this is it. This is information about the.
You don't. I know what it is.
Writing starts to appear in the same sort of flowing handwriting that you recognize as Marvin Bishop. The weather has held, and arrival by tomorrow looks feasible. If you can spare a moment, let us narrow down our options for a meeting. First, a time of day, although I think the morning would be optimistic for my arrival. 1 squeeze for the afternoon, 2 squeezes for evening, 3 squeezes for nighttime.
Fuck! Run downstairs quickly and find out what time the performance starts.
She
No,
told you.
she
It's an
told
evening
me.
performance.
It's an
It
evening
wouldn't be at
performance.
the
Okay,
night.
great.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
we'll say that you knew that.
Great. So I'll give the what was it for evening?
2 squeezes.
I'll give it 2 squeezes for evening.
Give it 2 good squeezes, and then you wait. and a little more writing appears after that. If my recollection of Naupa is correct, there is a bridge on the western end of town. Tomorrow morning, find a spot on the west bank underneath the bridge to hide a note detailing the location you would like to meet. I'll pick it up on my way into the city, and then I will find you. You may also indicate in the note whether you will be wearing anything distinct that I can look for. Talk soon,
Finery.
hopefully in person next time. And the writing disappears off the page.
Boy.
So it was location and what I'm wearing, right?
That's what he suggested, yes. That you can tell him.
Alright. Okay, so I have to seemingly go alone to this in case that they're actually at that bridge, but I want someone's eyes on me.
Okay. You want someone to come with you and
No,
hang back?
they can't know that you are you in case that someone is watching that, because I don't want them to know that you're you if you're sitting right behind me.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, so you want to go and have someone follow you?
Just from a distance, put your cloak up so that they can't identify your
We
face.
should do this tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow
We should
morning,
do
yes,
this
to
tonight.
leave it tomorrow morning. No, tomorrow morning. Fuck, okay. Give me the book back.
She face drops it.
Shove it in
I
my
wasn't
bag.
gonna
Don't do that again.
It's an important thing. What do you mean
Wake
don't
me
do
up.
it again? Share things.
I don't
then.
touch your shit. And I'm gonna, with my bag, roll over to the
Safira
other
just
side.
kind of like disbelievingly.
Sure. Erland now curling up with his bag. And Safira crawls up on her bed. A little bit of consternation about the tiff. Curls up on her bed as well. And we head over to the other end, Wampiranina.
What are we gonna do?
Exiting now the all hands on deck tavern. Now Graven and Beezaura thinking about where they might be headed.
The body was found behind Reciprocity, but he believes that it went down river from the MacLeod den. I just want to take a look around the den and see if there's anything somebody may have missed.
Any other clues that you know?
Something that he hadn't noticed is that I did is there was bits of glass kind of cut in and around her mouth. And my idea was perhaps she was a microl addict. And perhaps somebody forced even more than she was used to. Either killed her or drowned her, put her in the water so that her body would float down the water there.
Was there any reason why anyone would want her dead?
That's another thing that we're trying to figure out, is whether they are connected in any way. Because he doesn't have any evidence that there is, but
There could be something.
there could be something.
Okay,
I'd like to just look at the den.
let's go.
Let's start to move. And it's a long stroll to the sort of southwesternmost section of Wampiranina. I'll bring up the map there for a second. So you guys are moving once again, I'll turn this on, across the bridge and then along the river here. Requiring that you both cross over the bridge and you walk along the many unlit houses with the vast farmlands out there on your left. You look across the water and the kind of shining lanterns in the vicinity of the estuary where the deck is located. They sparkle, kind of like a distant bonfire. But here where you are, the only traces of night owl behavior come from a couple places. One, the offices of the Broken Crown does have a couple lanterns lit in the interior. It doesn't look open for business, but someone's still sort of manning the hours there. There is a guard sort of sleepily patrolling the exterior of the Broken Crown quarters. And the next thing is when you get to Reciprocity, and you see that a number of candles have been set around the perimeter of the fountain to create this kind of alluring warmth that kind of glows and illuminates all of the rooms around the exterior here. She's not sitting out there at the fountain like she was before. But
Does it look like it's open still, or?
give me a perception check.
Perception. Ooh, 22.
22.
Nice.
As you guys are walking by, you don't see the wizards or her, but you did seem to catch someone maybe just closing the door of one of the rooms up on the second sort of. So someone might be
All right.
indulging in a fantasy.
Actually, didn't think this would be open. I want to see if we can talk to the person who works here that found the body.
Who was it?
I don't know. One of her employees. Probably not the mage.
Okay.
Who knows? I don't know why I would assume that.
Okay.
Somebody who works for her. I'm gonna just go see if, by chance, they're here.
You start to walk in the direction kind of the fountain. You're not really sure exactly where you're headed, but out of one of the rooms on the lower floor doesn't have that same kind of bare bones appearance of the sort of illusion rooms that you were led into. It's more of a sort of a exterior, not quite a shed, bigger than a shed, but like a little office off to the side. And it looks, you see someone's head kind of pop up into the window, and then the door opens and someone comes out. It's sort of an elven woman in a nice robe, not someone that you recognize from the last time you were here. And she sort of quickly walks up to you as you're approaching the fountain. Excuse me, Senka is not here at the moment, but she will return shortly.
That's all right. I actually have a question for you.
Oh.
You wouldn't happen to be the person who found the dead body 10 days back that washed up on the river here?
No.
One of your co-workers did. Who was it?
I don't know.
Do I believe her?
Make an insight check.
Solid mysteries over there.
12.
A little bit of faltering speech, and she said no. I mean, it's possible it was her, or it's possible she just knows who it was.
Were you here working 10 nights ago?
I work here every day, so yes, probably.
So you know it happened.
Yes.
You didn't hear or see any details at all.
No. Senka will be back in a moment if you'd like to speak with her.
Was she the one who found her?
No.
That's what I thought. Who else is here at the moment?
No one.
Who was here that time?
All of the regular employees.
Didn't imagine you had anything to hide here, but...
We don't.
Sure. Had problems with the pickpocket before she turned up dead, did you?
Excuse me?
The body. She was a pickpocket.
I didn't know who she was.
Can you tell us any details about when she was found?
No. Because I didn't know anything, not because I don't want to.
We're not interested in smearing the name of this place for any reason. I just want to know more about... Where is she?
She doesn't tell me when she goes, but she will be back soon, she said that.
We're gonna come back by here in a little while. If you see
Okay.
her, tell her to wait for us here.
I will.
Good night.
Good night. And you see her go back in, closes the door, and then you can see her kind of peek out the window a little bit to see if you go away.
Start walking away.
The operation here is so strange.
She started making me angry, but I didn't think it was worth having a outburst quite yet.
No, I agree. She definitely wasn't telling the whole truth.
Obviously not. The hell are they trying to hide?
There's a lot that goes on here that I feel like a lot of people don't know about.
Let's go look at the den first.
Okay.
And I'll come back and maybe try to spook her.
Can't wait to see the spookies.
You continue on further this time to the last kind of small cluster of houses, the end right before you reach the edge of the forest. And you find the building that you believe you've been directed to, but for a moment you kind of look around and you almost do a double take, just simply because you've conjured this image in your head of a drug den, some kind of rundown, dilapidated, and there's a surprisingly pleasant kind of brick sort of cabin here on the edge of the woods that looks well constructed, pleasing from the outside. You don't see any people, but there does look to be light on the inside. You see some flickering lanterns on the inside. And as far as the directions were given, this is the place.
There's nobody...
No, on the outside, there's no
outside?
people on the outside.
Okay.
So...
Let's take a look.
Okay.
Not as run down as I thought it might be. Do you mind if I go first?
Please.
You start to bang on the door, and immediately it opens.
Do I hear movement?
Give me a perception check.
I perceive thusly.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. How did that happen? 17.
17. It's dead silent.
Does there seem to be any things on the floor?
You haven't opened it fully. You're listening at the door.
Yeah.
But not that you've seen it.
I'll slowly push it the rest of the way open.
Push the door open. And you start to see a few faces. People in a furnitureless room, sitting and leaning up against the walls. In this one room alone, and it looks like there's at least a couple other rooms, 8 people sort of lined up on various walls, expressionless faces, just breathing and sitting.
I'm gonna go up to one of them and just literally wave my hand in front of their face.
Can I really kind of look at each person in turn and see if there's any chance that one of them might be faking?
Give me an investigation check.
Oh, shit. Investigation. 15.
15.
Who are you?
You take a look around the first room. Give some little pushes, sometimes little waves, looking for any kind of signs in the eyes of any kind of activity. You don't see anything. You go into the next room. Looks like it was maybe once a kitchen, but again, bare bones. No table, no chairs, some of the cabinets are half open, nothing in the cupboards, and people sitting sort of up against the cabinets. One person who's kind of slumped down in one corner. Take a look around. Nobody looks suspiciously sort of faking or sort of consciousness enough to make an impression on you.
Do they all look like they come from different stations, like poor, wealthy?
There's a very diverse set of people here, yes. Some of them sort of wearing fancier clothes than you'd expect. You do notice that despite the clothing that's physically on them is varied in a lot of ways, different stations, as Hatchet may have alluded to, nobody has any possessions that you can tell. There's no backpacks. There's no coin purses on there, sort of tied to their waists. Seems people are aware, people who come here are aware of what it does to you, so you don't come here with valuables that, someone could walk along and walk off with.
Is there multiple floors?
No, it looked the one floor from the outside.
Floor.
Are there any, vials or any sort of...
Make an investigation check. 13. Take a look around, and so now that you've kind of walked through a little bit, it has this kind of 4-room layout. So the first room, and then 3 more rooms sort of off of that main room. And when you get to one of the rooms, in the back corner, there's a basket. And you sort of peer over the side of the basket, and it's filled maybe 3/4 of the way with these little glass vials. And you're shocked at the kind of methodology of it. Like, you'd imagine if there wasn't someone overseeing this place that people would toss the vials, or just throw them on the ground or whatever. It people take it and they throw them in this, it looks like a recycling bin, and then they find a seat somewhere to sort of let the effects wash over them.
And they're all empty.
All of the vials in the little basket there are empty, yes. So there is a kind of procedure to this odd little den here. And again, nobody kind of just passed out or unconscious in the middle of the floor. Like, people are leaning up against walls or kind of in a chair in one room, sort of away from the center of the room, allowing you to walk through.
Can I pick up one of the vials?
You can, yeah.
I see her at this point using these. Okay, I'll walk over. Any traces or anything?
They all seem empty.
I mean, you look at, if you look at it, there might be a absolute blip of liquid.
Can I smell it?
Sure, you can smell it.
Smell it?
I mean, it doesn't smell familiar to you because you wouldn't necessarily know, but
I'd like to take 2 or 3 empty vials and just stick them in my backpack.
One's there to stop.
Might come in handy.
Okay. Do they have any, you said it looked like her face had been cut.
In and around her mouth, yes. Everyone here seems to be completely off.
Did they
docile
find any
and
pieces of glass still on her face?
did I see
There was pieces of glass, like on the interior of the lip, where he didn't see.
Maybe
There was
you
literally
can-
in her mouth.
You can bring these back and compare the pieces.
I imagine, and if I were to break one of these, does that look like
They seem fairly fragile. It seems like
Yeah.
if you squeezed hard, it would
Yeah.
break in your hand. Yeah.
without, a crazy amount of background research, I would imagine this is the same glass. Yes. Is there any kind of back entrance?
Yes.
I'd like to look at the back entrance.
Let's go.
As I imagine people might see if somebody would drag out the front. Let's take a look through the back here.
Okay.
Open the back. It kind of opens back onto this sort of a little porch area that kind of looks out toward the river. Sort of now this sort of back entrance that leads out toward the river. And there's a little sort of gentle slope, sort of rocky, gravelly slope that goes gently down to the river. And it does look like there's a couple benches down near the river. So if people, maybe you theorize that possibly people maybe coming out of their stupor need to sort of allow those sort of winds on their face, splash water on their face, whatever it is. There's a couple benches. They're empty at the moment. Nobody's sitting there. But a couple benches out back, sort of near the water.
It's pretty dark.
It's very dark, yeah.
I'm gonna light my mace.
Sure.
And just really kind of take a look closely around the door and like the steps away from the door. And
Sure. Can you give me something you're looking for?
drag marks?
Okay, give me an investigation check.
16.
16.
Ooh.
You take a look around the porch area, and you don't see anything, but you walk a little towards those benches down towards the water, so holding your mace down toward the ground, illuminating the area as best you can. And it looks like near one of the benches, and then leading out toward the river a little bit, are two little shallow, indented tracks.
That could be like heels.
Sure.
Or horns.
Can I get like close down to the ground and see if there's any glass?
Sure. Give me an investigation check as well.
I'll hold my mace.
Yeah, you can light it for it. We'll say make it with advantage.
18.
We'll take that one.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
There are some shards of glass here and there. There's bits and pieces that don't look like it was necessarily one big smash of some kind. Like you see a little piece here, a little there, over here. You think it's possible that maybe someone took one and kind of chucked it out the window, or maybe something crashed against the rocks or something. But yeah, there's little bits of glass here and there.
You think?
I say we wait 15 minutes or so and see if anybody comes out of their weak version of the
micro.
Yes, yeah, the weak stuff. In that time, I'm going to cast something that'll let me see if there's any traces of the stuff around here. So just give me 10 minutes or so while I concentrate.
Do you want me to do anything to help?
I guess go inside and see if anybody does come out of it in the next few minutes, and
Sure.
don't let them leave. I'd like to talk to them.
I won't.
What do you just begin to cast?
I'm gonna start to ritually cast Detect Poison and Disease.
Okay.
Come on. Good choice, good choice.
Right?
Good answer, good answer.
Good guess.
Yes, it's ritual. I can do it ritually.
Yes, I believe you can.
For up to 10 minutes.
He has
Yeah.
3 sets of eyeballs in.
So I'll sit down on that bench
Okay.
and just start to.
Look out towards the water, sort of flowing along. Take a moment to kind of ritually cast spell. Beezaura kind of
Take my little.
gingerly stepping through the rooms, just kind of looking for any trace of anybody kind of maybe snapping out of their sort of stupor a little bit. So you guys are doing this for a moment here. Go back to Naupa for a moment.
I love it.
You guys sort of in your beds, dozing off, Orba fast asleep. Erland and Safira, sort of a little bit of the fire of the temper sort of keeping you awake for just a moment.
What else is new?
Just long enough to hear kind of a... almost like someone started to knock and then stopped.
And I'm gonna kind of.
Erland's gonna actually quickly hop up. Quickly try and hop up and go to the door and open it.
Give me a perception check as you go to throw the door.
With disadvantage still?
Yep.
Still haven't sobered up?
Disadvantage, yeah.
Shit.
Oh,
Fucking
you
goddamn it.
Jesus.
You
Six.
had to have
Six.
the extra drink.
You open and you
Oh, it's
can't
not
see the
bad.
person, but a door kind of across and 2 doors down closes. That you see close, but you didn't see who it was.
I know which room it is, though.
Yes, you did see which one.
Okay.
Oh.
I saw you
Someone just
bang on
knocked.
my
I'm gonna go. Do you want to come with?
Okay.
Alright. So I guess I'm like in nice socks. I'm gonna sort of go down.
door. Say in your socks.
And I'm like gonna give it a knock. I'm gonna check the door too.
Oh.
Locked.
Okay.
Why was someone knocking on our door?
I don't know. I'm gonna knock again with a little bit more fervor.
Who is it?
Who are you?
The person you just tried to wake up.
No.
Do I recognize the voice?
No.
What do you...
It's not Daldin.
No.
Okay.
Oh my god. You don't fucking know.
Can we deal with this tomorrow?
No. Look, why were you knocking on our door?
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh my god, why did you have...
I thought I was going to bed.
Are we ever
9.
close going to bed?
Accident. Wrong room.
Okay, why don't you do the talking?
Sir,
Erland kind of leans up against the door.
it's really...
Hey.
It's quite late, but if you needed something, we could help you. What do you need?
Make a persuasion.
Oh, that's a...
What do you need, big boy?
Yeah.
What can I help you
Wow,
Yeah.
Safira's not persuasive at all, too.
You know who has a +1 on their persuasion right now? She doesn't want to sleep.
with? As I said, accident.
It doesn't sound like Sked Scare either.
No.
Okay, are you quite sure? Because we could be annoying about this and just stand out here.
Make an intimidation check with disadvantage.
Oh my god.
That's gonna make your day.
Really annoying.
I'm obnoxious. Just answer the door.
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
Intimidation. He's not gonna be intimidated by me. Safira's too tired for.
Oh my god.
Orba's getting a great
Really
night's sleep.
bad.
I apologize. Accident.
And I kind of turned to Erland. I clearly it's not an accident, but I don't know what. He's just gonna keep saying it was an accident over and over again.
All right.
I'm gonna not get any sleep, and I'm tired.
All right, if you need us, you know where we are. And I'm just gonna sort of stand outside the door and listen.
Okay. So,
Wow.
what do you know?
You're standing outside.
I'm gonna roll a perception check for him. See if we heard it. You don't know.
I'm just gonna kind of give Erland like a tap on the back and just walk back to the room.
Okay.
And go.
How long
go
do you
to-
wait for?
Go to bed.
Start at 10 minutes.
Start with 10.
Only about 5 minutes later. The door opens a little bit, and a head peeks out. And he doesn't see you at first. He looks over towards your room.
Do I recognize him?
And then he looks at you. You do not recognize him.
I'm gonna get a hand in the door.
Sure.
Ooh, the fingies.
You do see sort of his arm that goes out to push the door open. Has the very signature shredded cloth of the Radiran elves. Clear, full-blood elf, thin features. He has very sharp, narrow eyes. And he has a little goatee that comes to a point off of his chin, and there's kind of beads of various color braided into it, so it kind of makes a little rattling noise as he moves his head about. And he sort of...
I'm not threatening you. Are you with Daldoon?
And he lets go of the door. Soteria was not sure about you, but I need help.
Alright, let's start with your name.
Pushes the door up. He motions with his head inside.
You're going.
Closes the door. There's one bed in here. There is a sort of
Seen it
chair
once a
nearby
long
that he
time.
sort of motions to.
Why did I let this happen?
Yanyor. I run with Sketskier. he is a proud man. He would not ask a non-Radiran for help, especially one that already owes him a debt. But I see maybe an opportunity. An opportunity for you to prove whether you are friend to the elves, and whether your word bonds you.
All right.
I think that Soteria is also interested in where your allegiances lie.
Is Soteria of the Radiran elves as well?
No, just friend to the Radirans.
So you're from the south. You've traveled north as well?
Yes.
I am sorry about what happened.
Make a persuasion check. At this event.
Dumbass idea. Persuasion?
Erland's like, I'm never drinking again.
18.
18.
Oh.
Or 17.
Oh.
What?
Could have been worse.
A company of Radirans is camped out in the woods southwest of here. We are awaiting negotiations with Cliff Ironcloud about possibly relocating to Finlock Forest. But such negotiations move slowly. A few days ago, we found an abandoned cabin, dilapidated, succumbed to time's passing. We repaired it sufficiently. And it's where we've been housing some of our valuables, as well as sheltering our most vulnerable, the sick and the injured. We did not think that people traveled through this area, but bandits have wandered through and seized the cabin. No one was killed, yet. But 3 of ours were badly wounded, and they kept one of ours as a captive, so we would be disinclined to strike back. Sketskir says, and you can see he's struggling between sort of following orders and divulging. Sketskir says we wait for reinforcements to arrive from the south. But I believe he is scared. Scared to lose more when our numbers continue to thin. We were also keeping many of our medical supplies stored in the cabin, which we now no longer have access to. He would see this as a great betrayal, my soliciting your aid. But while you have failed to repay your debts thus far, Sketskir also tells me that you walked into a harvesting yard and came out alive. So you are not without strength of arms or strength of heart.
So what? You want us to sort of free this captured Radiran elf?
I want you to help me get the cabin back.
And you said there's a single elf inside.
Yes,
How
as
many
well
band-
as many of our supplies.
How many bandits?
Perhaps 5 or 6.
Well armed?
Well enough armed. Leather armor. Swords.
How
I
many-
believe that I recognized their attire as Cruxia wanderers. Make a history check. What does it damage?
Oh my
Oh
god.
no. Oh no.
Gets drunk once.
Gets drunk once.
11?
Okay, you've heard of the Cruxia people. You don't recall a ton of information about them, that they are a sort of nomadic people. They travel in kind of small groups, and the one thing you do remember about them that is sort of well known about the people of Cruxia that actually exist on multiple continents, like Kairal, where you're from, and Antisui, they're all over these sort of small pockets of Cruxia communities. They dabble in sort of light's the wrong word, sort of small bits of dark magic, like curses and things. They're not like powerful spellcasters, but they like sort of dabble in dark arts such as curses and poisons and that nature.
Alright, how many elves, how many Radiran elves are to the southwest?
I can't tell you that.
Alright, that's fine. And the reason Skedskew doesn't want to use his own people is because he doesn't want any more losses.
The people we have left are not all fighters.
All right.
We wait for more fighters.
Okay. And... Okay.
I'm hoping that by seeing you and whoever you bring, perhaps they will not be tempted to use the hostage as a means of negotiation. If they see you are not Radiran elves, they will not think that that is a viable tactic.
So should we pretend that we are also bandits, or...?
You can be whoever you want. I would go with you, but I would like to stay out of sight so that they do not know that you are with me.
And so if we do this and free the hostage, Skedskew will likely know that someone talked.
Yes.
I assume you'd like your name left out of it?
No. I will tell him, and hopefully clear some of, if not all of, the debt.
Well, you don't have to tell him your name if you don't want to.
So what then? You tell him?
Well, just say that one of his men approached us, promising to cancel the debt.
Do what you like.
Just trying to look out for you, really.
I just want my man back.
All right. So you're personally attached to this person who's been kidnapped?
I am personally attached to all of the few remaining Radiran elves.
All right. Is this something that can be done in the morning so that my friends and I can rest?
Those who were injured in the attack, they need those medical supplies.
Ah, shit.
I would not have woken you in the night if I thought it could wait.
Shit. All right. Fuck. Okay. How far is it?
An hour, maybe less.
Shit. Okay. By horse or by foot?
By foot.
All right.
Difficult to ride horses through the woods there.
Oh, all right. You said 6 bandits?
5 or 6, yes.
All right. Fuck. Okay.
And you see him kind of lean in at one moment and kind of...
Yes, I had one drink too many. I didn't think I was going to be fighting this evening.
I didn't say anything.
Yes, I inhaled loudly close to my face. So, look.
Sorry.
Is there anything that can sober me up quicker, do you think?
Fresh air on the way, perhaps?
Oh. Okay, fine. All right, fine. All right, we'll go free your friend. Can you tell me, you don't have to tell me how many people you have, but can you tell me, is Daldoon with you?
He is not in the camp. He is overseeing the negotiations with Cliff Ironcloud.
So he's not to the southwest though?
He is staying temporarily in Navikapura.
I see, and I assume you won't tell me where.
No.
That's fine. Excellent. All right. Shit. Okay. Fine. We'll go and free this friend, and you can have whatever's inside. And then our debt with Skedskew will be closed.
And you see a little bit of sort of relief, and so you get this notion that he really didn't think that you were gonna say yes to this. You see that kind of wash over his face a little bit, and you kind of, I will make the case to Skedskew, yes.
Alright, because if we do this, I'm not paying fucking whatever I told him I was going to when I was... He caught me at a vulnerable moment.
Were you drunk then?
No, I wasn't. Fuck off. I wasn't drunk.
Oh.
I just came out of a harvesting yard, and we weren't exactly looking for a fight because we just came out of a harvesting yard.
That's fine by me.
Alright, so you do your thing and fuck, I'll convince my colleagues. Alright, can you mark on this, I'll show them like my map of Nick.
Sure.
Can you mark on the map where you think this is?
Let me get these.
This is such a mess.
Because she doesn't have any help.
Here's enough.
Do this and then an ambush, we're gonna die. Tactical.
So I'll
like
even
5 or
push it a
6
little
of them.
further this way. So, you
I
can
was just
see.
in the middle of
So
something.
he points to your map and he looks a little confused. It seems to be off the map a little bit, but he indicates that it's in the woods to the southwest, like
Okay.
in that direction. Yeah, he can't point to the exact
Cool.
spot.
And it'll be apparent once we're sort of riding southwest?
You are going to the cabin, not the Radiran.
Yes, the cabin. Yes, the cabin.
I will go with you.
Oh, you'll go with us to the
Yes.
cabin? Oh.
I just won't fight up close.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I misunderstood. Whatever. So, what you just pointed at is where your Radiran elf camp is?
No, I pointed to the cabin.
Okay, great. And the elves are somewhat southwest of that?
Nearby, yes.
Okay, fine.
Erland is very drunk.
Alright, okay. So, let me go. Give me 5 minutes.
Yes.
We'll come knocking. Please open the door this time.
Okay.
Alright.
Close the door.
Erland's gonna go back and
Goes
sort
back
of
to the room.
Erland's gonna first go back down to the bar.
Okay.
Have another drink.
Satyria?
Just a
And
whole
she's sort. You can
bottle.
tell like there's 2 other people here at the bar, sort of clearly have had a number of drinks, and she's cleaning up a little bit. She's sort of. Yes.
Bread. Do you have bread or something?
I can probably find something. Yeah.
Bread and the biggest thing of ice water that you have.
All right. Sure. And she goes back. She comes back out with sort of a hunk of bread and a sort of pitcher of water.
How much?
You look like you could use it.
Thank you. Shit. Thank you.
She's very intuitive.
I'm gonna. How big is the thing of ice water? Is it like a bucket?
It's like a pitcher. Yeah.
Great. Can I shove my face into it?
Sure.
Great. I'm gonna
Sort of shove my face into the ice
Fucking
water and
mess.
kind of like.
This is a mess.
And then I'm gonna start eating the bread a little bit.
Okay. You do. Doesn't
Do I feel any better?
Doesn't sober you up instantly, but it might have an effect by the with some time.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna pull my hair back, splash some more water in my face, finish the bread. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry about the. Thank you. And everyone's gonna get his. I'll flicker. I don't know, 2 copper.
Okay.
That's not like an insulting amount for a random tip, is it? No.
If it was free, the tip is
Great.
infinite.
Right.
Yes.
Great. So I'll flip her a couple copper, and I'll sort of head back upstairs,
Not like 2 pans.
drying myself
Yeah.
off. And
I mean, a copper's 6 coppers. Yeah. I mean, ale's 6 coppers.
I'll go back into the room.
You do so, yeah.
Safira,
Wow.
Orba.
No. What is it?
What?
No, it's still Safira.
No, it's me, you idiot.
You said my name already. It's just me.
All right, I'm gonna sort of walk over to Orba's bed and just plop myself down on it.
And Safira like sits up and watches Erland like sit. On
And I'm gonna like just sort of shake Orba right as I'm sitting on the bed next to her.
What?
Wake up!
What?
Wake up!
What do you need? What's the
I don't need anything. One of the Radiran elves just. It was a Radiran elf that knocked on our door.
Your time.
Okay, so?
If we one of their. All right.
Yep.
They're to the southwest. There's an encampment of the Radiran elves. They've made camp southwest. The same
is this
Radiran
relevant?
elves.
What
Listen,
do you-
let me talk for a second. The Radiran elves are to the southwest, and they have a cabin that has supplies, medical supplies. And Orba, are you awake? I'm gonna shake Orba.
Okay.
All right, focus, everyone. All right.
It's dark out.
There are. I know. Shut up for a second. All right. There's Radiran elves to the southwest, and one of theirs has been kidnapped by some Cruxia bandits.
Okay.
Do you know what Cruxia bandits are, both of you?
Do we?
Give me a history check. Orba wouldn't have heard of them.
She doesn't care.
At this point.
History? 19.
19. Again, like Erland, they exist on multiple continents, so you're aware of sort of nomadic kind of traveling groups that sort of kind of take what they want as they pass through. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Orba, the sort of bandits, they dabble in curses and sort of minor magic
Poisons and
poisons.
Okay.
So there's 5 or 6 bandits at this cabin who have kidnapped a Radiran elf, and if we free this Radiran elf, our entire debt with Skedskia will be wiped.
Erland, what are we?
Now.
No, not
I can't
tactically. That's terrible.
It doesn't matter what.
No, it does matter.
The point is if we wait, there's injured Radiran elves who need medicine that's in the cabin, and there's a hostage, and this stupid fucking elf wants it done now.
I will say, You have been asleep long enough to qualify for a short rest if you wish to take the benefits of a short rest.
I mean, yeah.
Which means arcane recovery, and if you want to roll hit dice as well, you have those available to you.
That's true. And if I need to transform.
Say what?
Did she just say?
Phoenix!
Did she just say transform?
Erland, I appreciate that you suddenly want to go on a humanitarian mission to avoid not paying a debt. But, and I'm, obviously I feel for the hostage too, but we're about to get into a situation where we're meeting people who are gonna...
We can sleep afterwards. It's only 45 minutes south.
Okay, so you're saying that tonight
Let me
we're
put
gonna
it this
stay
way,
up tonight?
Safira, let me put it this way. I'm going. Are you coming with me?
And Safira kind of gives him like a look up and down. Are you drunk?
Yes.
Fuck's sake. So you're drunk, I'm exhausted, she's exhausted, she's got green eyes.
Are you coming with me?
How many of them? How many are there?
5 or 6.
5 or 6.
We could try and negotiate the hostage out.
With what?
I don't know, negotiation?
What?
You realise
just
that...
to clarify, he wants more than the hostage.
No, he wants the
He
cap.
wants the
too,
cap.
yeah.
It has all their supply.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could try and negotiate them out. I don't think that'll work. I think it's likely a fight.
Is this important to you?
I'm going. Are you coming with me?
I'm not gonna let you go alone drunk, you'll die.
Orba starts getting out of bed. Puts her boots on.
So, I want to keep a healing potion for tomorrow, but I'm not... I don't feel well. I'm not certainly in fighting shape at the moment.
Do you need a healing potion?
My head hurts.
And I'm gonna look through my... Hang on, let me look through my bag.
While she's doing that, are you taking short rest? What are you going to like to
I'm
take?
going to recover 2 first level spell slots.
Okay.
But then I'm still technically in Reaper form.
Yes. Would you like to switch?
I absolutely would like to switch for
Okay.
when I inevitably die here.
Out of Reaper form.
If I die,
Just sort of takes a
as
moment to
Reaper,
close her eyes.
Oh, that's it.
fucking out.
Yeah.
When she opens her eyes again, the pulsation is gone. If you're sort of focusing there for a moment.
Yeah. And then, so when I talk amongst yourselves, I have to remember. I have to do some math here.
Sure. Did you before? Let me just say. Do you want to take any of your hit dice as recovery?
That's what I was gonna
Okay.
do, but first I have to figure out what my HP is at right now because I'm shifting without a long rest. I think my stuff's halved.
No, that's if you use it as an action to shift.
So...
Oh.
If you shift during a... let me bring it up really quick.
If I shift during a combat or something.
You cannot shift after a short rest. Long rest only.
I thought I could just shift.
As an action, not related to the rest, is what I'm saying.
Yes. I think I want to just
so
shift.
if you shift as an action, yes, your hit points are halved.
Right, okay, so I go from
1.
Yes.
6 to 3. And then... Yeah, I'm gonna roll some hit die here.
Yes, you can still roll for the hit.
I'll start
money,
with...
big
Do I have
money.
to... If I start with 2, can I roll further if I want? If I don't like them?
Yeah, you can start with 1 and keep rolling until
It's
3.
just ability checks I have disadvantage on, right?
And
It's not
attack rolls
Fuck
as well.
me.
Did you think you were not gonna have disadvantage on attack rolls, you drunk moron?
Yeah, poisoned is attack rolls and ability checks.
It's gonna take an hour and a half to get there.
So, I don't have a healing potion.
Come here. How sick are you? How hurt are you?
So, hurt enough to warrant a
Come
healing
here, and I'm
potion.
just gonna put my hand on her shoulder, and I'm gonna put a hand on my healing girdle, and like...
Oh, okay. Excellent, yes. It's been a while since we've used the
Yeah,
healing
the
girdle.
Alright, so you...
You read that for me since it's been a while?
This item contains 4 weak healing nodes. As an action, the wearer can use 1 node to heal 1d4 points at touch range. And then it
You use
regains...
multiple of them, yes.
Yeah,
Are you
and
just using 1 for now?
I'm using 1 for now.
Okay.
You regain 4 hit points.
Oh, thank you.
It's better than 3 rolls put together.
13. Still could use a little more healing.
What's the...
Gives another healing node.
Fuck 1.
Okay.
14. Great.
Erland, working that healing girdle.
3
Okay.
Great. 17.
Oh, going full girdle.
and 3.
Okay.
And my girdle's empty.
No.
Wow.
And my girl.
Emptied the girdle.
Remind
Emptied
me
the girdle.
what-
Sophia.
So remind me
That's
what
disgusting.
of healing potions is it 2d4?
2d4 plus 2, I think, is a standard healing.
I was gonna take whatever healing potion.
I don't think you can do that.
Oh, I can't?
If you use an action to change forms,
Oh.
you cannot change forms again or heal except through Grim Harvest until you complete a short or long rest.
Does that include hit die?
No, because the hit die happened before that. The short rest happened before this changing, remember?
Uh-huh. Got it. So did I need to did I need to roll hit dice
The
as
order
Reaper?
is roll the hit die as Reaper, then have it, yes.
I have to do this over again then.
Sorry.
That's okay.
But yes.
Does that mean I get...
We're working through a new form called
Yeah.
Reaper form for Orba, yes. That allows you to change forms, but if you use it as an action instead of a long rest, you can take the hit die, and then you have it from the change of forms, and then you cannot use a healing potion.
This is such a bad fucking idea.
Yeah.
This
Do I
is
need
such a bad
to honor the dice that I rolled? Probably.
Their hit die?
The hit die
Yeah.
is the same things.
Yeah.
So you went
Okay.
from 3 to 11.
Yep, so that's 8.
So instead 6 to...
So I go 6 plus 8, which is 14. I have 7 hit points.
Okay. 7 hit points in regular form now. Great.
And now she can't heal.
You can take a healing potion, but it won't do anything. You can gain temporary hit points. You can't gain regular hit points except through.
Well, I don't have
you're
Grim
not
Harvest
really-
anymore.
For how long?
until she short or long rests.
Can she hear me?
What's your HP at now?
7.
And
She
she
was over
cannot
25
We
feet
can't
of
do
me.
this is not a good idea.
Or
Look,
put her book
Erland,
down.
I appreciate that you want to do this. Let's think about any other way we can avoid combat in this situation, because seriously, and I'm not being... We could die. One of us could actually die. I know that we've been
That's
very
true.
confident and we've been very lucky in a lot of circumstances, but heading into battle while you're drunk, I'm hurt, and she's barely fucking standing is a bad idea when there are 3 of us against 6 of them. We have no idea what situation we're walking into. We have not slept. And we know that we're likely going to go into combat tomorrow. We don't know how soon after. We're going to go from this straight, if we manage to survive this, which I don't think our odds look good.
Oh, but what do you think?
You wanted me to go.
No, what do you think?
I'm concerned I won't be of much use.
Look, I think if we're going to solve this problem, we're going to have to figure out a way to do it. Basically what I'm saying is I think you may have gotten us into more debt rather than absolving it, because we may just have to pay off these people. Do you think that these bandits would accept money? Would they accept gentle void favors? I've got quite a few of those.
That's a good idea.
Look, if we can bribe them, if we can avoid a combat, then I say maybe we go. If we can't avoid a combat, we might get fucked.
Alright.
Really fucked, really quickly.
Let me go.
From what you know of them, and because I'll loop this into your roll, which you rolled pretty well, you do know that they'll negotiate for goods. I mean, they like to sort of take what they want as they go, but they're not averse to monetary negotiation if they think it's
We
worthwhile.
shouldn't try to fight them.
I have 2 healing potions.
I cannot, unfortunately.
It's not a good idea, Erland. It's not a good idea. We're down our healer. We don't have Beezaura with us.
Why don't we try to negotiate? If you feel like these people might be able to negotiate, at least we look imposing.
What I don't want is to get there to try to negotiate and then have it devolve into a fight where they can wipe us out.
Well-
if one of us goes down, then we're two men up against 6.
I agree, but however, they are trying to hold the ground. So if we retreat, they either hold their ground or they pursue
or they
and
kill
then
the hostage.
They're not going to kill they don't know that we're with the Ridian Elves. There is, I suppose, the safest way to do this is you 2 stay back.
And do you want to do the talking while you're
No,
drunk?
you 2 stay back. And listen, the way I can try and negotiate, but if combat does erupt, you 2 stay back. Use ranged spells and bows.
Still-
Orba's right. They're trying to hold
Look,
their
these are magic users. They're not just...
curses and poisons. They're not. They might
They
throw
don't
darts.
they don't cast like.
They might throw
destructive
darts, they might have archers, but if you stay back, at the very least you won't be in the thick of combat right next to someone.
It's still not a situation it's not a situation I would ever walk into willingly. It's just not. We have to. If they start to fight, we get out of there because we have bigger fish to fry, and that is not how I'm gonna die. I am not gonna die trying to do this random No, I'm not doing it.
Okay, we have an
No one is dying doing this, so we're not going to fight.
We have an opportunity to retreat, yes.
Okay.
So, can we agree if it seems like the negotiations, they're going south, they're not interested in listening to us, we get the fuck out of there?
Okay, we go and say what we wish to purchase or barter for the location, and
yes, we will try to barter.
Yes, we can say we're travelers and we're willing to barter for this.
Now, I have 10 sort of mid-level Gentle Void favors, right? I don't want to give up. I'm not giving up all 10 of
We
them.
owe
I think a
Skedskier.
couple of them are actually better than mid. The
We-
ones
Yeah,
Jillian
some
gave
of them
you
are
are
ones
high
Jillian
level.
gave
Or
me.
We owe
so fair
Skedskier how
level,
much?
but yeah.
150 gold, some extract, and supplies. That's vague.
That's not worth 150. Gentle Void Fair is not worth 150 gold, in my opinion.
Well, we don't work with Gentle Void a lot. They're not.
I mean,
a
it might
huge
not
asset.
be, but that's the thing, is we've got to figure out what we're going to offer these people.
If we rested up, would you be willing to do this in the morning?
Do we have time to do it in the morning? We've got to slip your note, we've got to,
Yes, we have time. We can drop the note off on the way. It's 45 minutes.
Is there a risk of people dying if we do this in the morning?
I mean, yes, there is.
We need to go. We need to go. We need to go.
Alright. So I'm gonna start walking out towards the guy's room.
Okay.
Lock our door on the way out.
You guys following Erland?
Yeah, I guess. Can we ride our horses to this location, or are we walking?
The implication, I mean, Erland didn't say it, but
Sorry.
we'll say that he relayed the forest is rather thick. You could ride your horses
Okay.
like to the bridge, kind of, but
Got
once
it.
you get into the woods, it's not faster on a horse once you
Um,
get into the thick of it.
On the way to the room, I'm just gonna give Safira a healing potion, say just in case. Tiefling, you have one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a knock.
And he opens it it seems like he's almost waiting on the other side. It opens it immediately.
Do you have any healing potions?
I have one.
Are you fighting with us?
Yes.
You are fighting with us.
Hang on, we're not fighting. Hi, Safira, don't know your name.
Hello.
I'm coming with him
Yanyo.
to help. So, here's the thing. We've got other stuff to do in town.
Shh. He looks down the hallway.
We've got other stuff to do in town. I'm not interested in getting into a fight with these people.
That's not what you said.
Yeah, I know it's not what he said, but it's what I'm saying.
They're more injured than I thought.
Look, we're tired, we haven't slept, we're not interested in getting ourselves killed because of this. We do want to help you though. We have some leverage that we might be able to negotiate with, we might be able to give them something. But basically, if it goes south, we're not risking our lives for this, okay? I'm willing to give them money, I'm willing to talk to them, I'm willing to maybe try to intimidate them, but if it goes south, we're getting out of there.
There's absolutely no way we can do this in the morning.
I am worried that we will lose one, maybe two, if we wait this long.
Okay.
It's worth trying to negotiate.
Fine.
If it's a negotiation, is our deal still intact?
If we get the cabin,
Of course.
yes.
Alright.
Well,
And what if negotiations go badly and they attack you?
We fight as long as we can, but then we retreat.
If we start fighting, we might get into a position where we can't retreat.
No, you two stay back. Are you long range or close range?
I have a bow.
Alright. 3 long range, and I'm in close range, and I'm healthy.
okay.
And I'm trying to fucking sober up.
Well,
Just as long as we keep an avenue for retreat.
yes,
Yes.
of course.
Yes?
You go in alone at first.
I think so. Can you forge Gentle Void favors?
I mean,
She probably could. You've seen them used before, remember? And when they
Yeah.
burn them, it
right,
creates a
right,
little
right.
magical. They seem to be imbued with something. So while you could physically make it look like one, I'm not saying that they couldn't be fooled by that. If they tested it or knew how to test it,
You're
could
fucked.
be found out. So I will just say that you've seen them used before.
This is totally baby.
You are very brave to go alone.
He reaches back into a bag.
What is it?
Healing potion that he hands out to you.
Is it a regular one or?
Standard healing potion.
Great.
Okay. I'll put it in my bag.
Let's go.
Starts to walk. It's following down. As you guys reach the bottom of the staircase, start to head in the kind of westerly direction towards the bridge. You see Satyria kind of wiping down the counter, and she watches the man walk out and sees the three of you following her, and she kind of wipes the counter a little bit.
Yeah, hope we don't fucking die, Satyria. Thanks
He
for
comes
the
back
grin.
covered in blood.
Didn't go as planned.
Goes to the ledger for the rooms and like crosses
Yeah,
some names
like, I
out.
don't know who they are. I've never heard of them. And back on the other coast. Beezaura wanders throughout the rooms. And as you're kind of moving about, you know that Graven's outside, focusing on his sort of cleric magic as he sort of ritually casts the spell. You see one guy. Seems to kind of slowly wake from his stupor. And he sits up off the wall. Gets to his feet. And you're in the room with him, but he just turns and he walks right by you, toward the back. Sort of stumbling a little bit, sort of catching himself as he moves along.
I'm gonna follow him.
Opens the back door. We'll say that Graven's finished his ritual casting at this point. So where you're looking for
Yeah. just
poisons
tri-
in the vicinity.
Poison in the vicinity, between the bench and the water, between the bench and the house.
You see a little glowing patch, sort of between the benches and the water, a little off to your left, as you sort of open your eyes. And you immediately kind of step over to it. It's maybe 5-6 steps away, but it was in the dark. But now you sort of see that energy glowing off of it. You get close and then you... Oh, it looks like a vomit pile that someone sort of maybe took it and then vomited, so the poison is kind of there in a sort of puddle on the ground.
Relatively fresh.
Freshish, yeah.
Freshish.
You-
Yeah.
Very much. But you hear the door behind you open up. He sort of stumbles his way down toward the benches on the gravel. And he kneels at the edge of the water and he... Sort of dehydrated, sort of quenching his thirst a little bit.
I kind of slowly make my way over to where he is.
And you see Beezaura, she's like
Yeah.
just a couple steps behind him.
Right. Really makes you thirsty, doesn't it?
Always does.
You come here often.
Sort of gets to his feet a little bit, takes one last sip from the river.
You heard someone died here a week ago, yes?
Yeah.
Did you know her?
Carlotta.
Yeah.
I've seen her here before, yeah.
Were you here that night?
Yeah.
Did you see anybody here that you didn't recognize?
No.
Do you
Who
know?
are you? Are you here to...
Just trying to find out what I can about her.
Do you have...
Not on me.
Good luck.
Do you know anyone that would want her dead?
No?
Is there anyone that brings you here when you're... Or do you just show up on your own?
Just come on my own.
You buy from Hatchet, yes?
Yeah.
Do you know anything else about her?
No? She's not a friend of mine.
Do you just drink it? Is there any other thing that you do with it? And why do you leave the empty vials here?
Well, it's just that Shay wants the place clean.
Who is Shay?
Motions to the house. She owns the place.
She lets people come here and do as they please.
As long as you're clean.
Does she see any profit of this? Is there any benefit to her?
I think her and Hatchet have some kind of arrangement.
Where does she go while you're here?
I don't know where she lives.
She doesn't live here.
I don't think so.
Do you know what she does?
No.
What do you do?
I work at the docks. I'm gonna go.
Is there anybody you know in there that had any other sort of relation to the girl who died?
No. I'm gonna go. He
Thank
sort
you.
of makes his way back in. Close the door.
I didn't see any other glowing kind of near the water.
Just that
or
pile there.
Just that
yeah.
pile.
If it was near the water, I mean, you know that the water level kind of rises and falls. If there was anything there, it might have washed away in time.
Anything closer to the house, like on the steps or? maybe a door?
Not like that. No.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't turn up much other than a pile of vomit.
You don't know what she did for a living, or...
The only thing I know is that she was a pickpocket and that she's not even from Vikapura.
I wonder if she just pocketed from someone who knew she'd be here.
Maybe she just woke up at the wrong time. Saw something she shouldn't have seen.
That too.
I'd like to know about this Shay. Who gets some kickback for having a clean microall den.
You know we won't be able to find out any information about her unless we go back to Hatchet.
Give me a perception check, both of you.
11.
17.
Sorry, as you guys are kind of talking a little bit, you're sort of close to the water, so the water noise is sort of covering up a little bit some of the noise, but Beezaura's a little closer to the house. And you hear a like rattling, as if glass bottles kind of being shuffled around, almost as if someone was rooting through or picking up the basket of bottles inside the house.
Do I hear this too?
Beezaura's the first one to hear.
Okay.
Graven,
What?
there's someone in there who's...
Alright.
I'm just... I don't know how fast you're moving, but I'm gonna quietly but quickly move faster than him.
Back inside.
Yeah.
Open up the door, and you take a look around, and there's a tiefling woman with long gloves that go down to her elbows, who seems to be sort of taking the basket and pouring all of the vials into a large kind of sack bag that she has, as if to kind of take out the trash. And she puts the basket sort of back down in its place, and she kind of and pulls it closed.
Excuse me.
Are you Shay?
And that's where we're going to pick it up next time.
Oh my god! Whoa! Brutal.
As you guys
Oh my god.
continue to try and uncover the mystery.
We both have our guns drawn.
Who are you?
Oh, brother.
That is where we'll pick it up next time.
Oh my goodness.
Figuring out who has what to do with what here at the Mike Crawl Down.
Get the mag lights and the
Drop it, lady.
yeah.
I come down from the
Hands
ceiling.
Hab Maniac did a subscription with Prime and also gifted a sub, so thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
guys so much.
Yay.
Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you guys so much for joining us as always. Happy Halloween. Wonderful Happy Halloween. We will be back next Sunday as always, 7 p.m. on Sundays. We will be continuing to uncover the mysteries of Navikapura and hopefully not get ourselves in over our
Safira hates
heads.
the situation.
Safira hates the plan.
I hate tactically awful, guys. Tactically
They might be
awful.
pushovers.
I thought you were waiting for Orba to give you the we're not going there.
What do you
Maybe
mean?
one arrow to the eyes in
Safira's
each one.
torn because
That's easy. That
there's
doesn't-
a person that's gonna
Easy.
die.
They see two of their own go down. Maybe they freak out.
An opportunity to help the Rudir elves in a way that
God.
might not cost the coin that we thought originally.
Just
But
the
we will
lives.
find out next
Yeah,
week what
just, yeah.
happens. Thank you guys again so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween! Ooh. Battle mat! Battle mat! Battle mat! Battle mat!
Come on.
Who's the saddest fucking up on? Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Thank you.